Sorry, Jay.
Well, I'm gonna give introducing this podcast a second try, I think.
Welcome to Turnabout Breakdown, a podcast where everyone gets a shot at it.
Alright, it's good. Ship it.
Yeah, that's great. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Cut it, print it. Kara, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm pretty sure I've already introduced an episode of this show.
We have to do introductions every episode.
No. Shit, are we more than 4 episodes in?
I think maybe, yeah. I think 14 is a bigger number than 4, but you've got the maths degree, I don't know.
We gotta find someone else.
What is this energy that we're bringing today?
Welcome to 6
This is Friday night energy.
Yeah.
I got a rum and coke.
Yeah, see, usually the energy I'm bringing at 6:30 on a Friday is, oh, my tummy is so full from big dinner.
Wait, actually, I need to close my door.
God, I need to lock my door.
Gotta watch
Welcome
out for
to a podcast about
intruders.
doors. It's far away. Giggle.
Please keep that in.
I don't know if any of this is. I don't know if we've started the podcast yet, guys. I cannot lie to you.
I think
I
we've
don't-
started it.
I don't
think
think
it's
we
a
have.
fun. It's a
We've
fun
started
candid
something.
moment.
Now, I'm noticing in your notes, Jay, that
Yeah.
Mask the Mask doesn't have the star in it.
Yeah,
I'm
what
sorry.
the fuck?
I'm sorry.
I never typed out his
Disgusting
full
behavior.
name because it didn't feel right to type it out the way Jay typed it out.
You know that my legal name has a hyphen in it. You know, in the Nintendo DS era, I used to spell it with a star in it because you could do that on the Nintendo DS.
Oh.
What? Why did I
Sick.
never do that? What the fuck?
Every time
Yeah.
I get the option to do that in, like, I think my Monster Hunter character's name has a star in it at the moment.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, I'm continuing this tradition by always having an emoji in my online names now, so it's kind of the same thing.
Mine are always, like, violence themed. But also with the star. I think my Monster Hunter character is called, like, Bethica Bludgeon to Death or something.
Oh, I love this.
Mine was
with
called,
the
like,
star at the
Dr.
end.
Witcher.
Dr. Star Witcher, it should be.
I don't it was something like that.
Well, shout outs to Master Mask, good naming convention.
excellent, excellent, and good.
Are we in it? I think we're in it by now.
Probably.
Are we just
who
not
are
doing
you?
introductions now?
Yes.
Who the fuck? I asked her if she wanted to introduce herself and she said no.
And it's been 2
I thought
hours
you
since that
said to
moment,
introduce the
and-
podcast.
No.
Not what I said.
I am happy to go first if this makes everything easier.
Perhaps.
I will take that sacrifice. Hi, my name is Devon, otherwise known as Algae Dust online, and the reason why I'm so keen to go first today is because I've decided to start streaming again. That's right, I
Oh,
will
hell
exist on the internet once more. Just one day a week, because I refuse to do any more than that. But, yeah, so if you want to...
You people already get enough.
Yeah, you get enough of my goddamn time. For free! For
Wow.
free! But anyway, if anyone wants to watch me play games, craft, or do drawing stuff, I'll be on Twitch at algae_dust on a Monday, 7 p.m. English time, GMT. That one. That guy. That time zone.
BST by the time this
that guy.
podcast
Yeah,
comes
it will
out,
be
probably.
BST.
Anyway, I'm going to do a brave thing and pass it over to Ro. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Ro. I'm the one who keeps thinking about bugs and talking about bugs. You can find me online at Rodonata. By the time this episode goes live, maybe I'm also streaming again, but
Ooh.
let you in the present decide that, dear listener. Okay, Hera, do it for real this time.
Hi, I'm Hera. You can find me online at Hera Chimera. In 3 months' time, I will finally be regarded as the greatest detective of all time, as is my destiny. Jay?
Hi, I'm Jay. In 3 months' time, I could be fucking anything, and this is always true, and it's very fun and exciting, but you can probably still find me on the internet, JM Costello.
Really, really means a lot to me that Jay said anything instead of anywhere
Yeah.
or anyone.
Absolutely. So fucking good.
Yeah. Guys, do you want to talk about big nasty crime that happened?
I would love to start by talking about the fact that 2 of us corrupted our Steam Cloud saves. Going into this.
Okay.
This crime was too powerful.
Yeah. I'm wondering, Hera, if it's less to do with us and more something to do with this case in particular, because it
How
worked
confident
fine
is
for
to you.
Yeah, God did this to us. God didn't want us to record this podcast, but we did. And, both me and Hera experienced things where the game would be locked in an infinite load until we disabled Steam Cloud Saving, which is usually fine, but it was also concerning. But we made it. We struggled through adversity. We caught the criminal. We saved the day, and everything was good. And that's the case. Bye, everybody.
My theory about this is that it happened because when I finish a case, it's like, hey, good job finishing the case. Do you want to save the game? And you're like, yeah, I'd love to save the game. Thank you.
I'd love to.
And then it's like, all right, we're starting the next case. Like the
Crime never
belts around
sleeps,
your
neither
wrists
should you.
lock back into place, and you're forced to watch the beginning of the next case unless you instantly alt F4 out of the game, which is what I do every time. And I
I
think,
don't alt F4.
what do you do?
I get out a safer route. If you save the game, it doesn't immediately boot you into the next case unless you exit that menu. Because, like, you save a game, and then it leaves you on the same menu prompting you to save the game again, even though your save block is updated. But you can quit out from that menu. And also, I play the game in windowed mode, so I can just press the X in the corner. Not that that would make any
That's the
difference.
same
between
thing.
Spotifying. But you can quit. There is a title screen button when you're in that save block menu, so I press the title screen button and then
That's
quit out.
what?
Yeah.
This whole time I've just been grabbing the steering wheel out of my kidnapper's
Steering
hands
it
and
into the nearest bus.
yeah, and like flying us off the road. All right, well, that's probably gonna help me out in the future. Well, probably not because it didn't help you.
Probably not, because it also only happened this one time.
Well, that's infinite more times than it's happened before.
That is true.
That's true.
Okay, welcome to the case.
Welcome to the case. I have prepared. Could we call the summary when it's this long? Who could say? But I have a text that overviews the case.
Everyone sit back and listen to Devon regale you with the story of the Phantom Thief.
Oh my god. I've never been more excited to read anything out. The Stolen Turnabout opens with the heist of a jewel from a safe by disguised thief Mask Damask, written down as Mask Star Damask. Very important. We cut to the Wright & Co. law offices where Nick, Maya and Pearls discuss the upcoming exhibition, Treasures of Karain Village, at the high-end department store Lordly Taylor, organised by returning character Adrian Andrews. The highlight of the exhibition will be the Karain Sacred Urn. In a total shocker the night before the opening, the urn is stolen by Master Mask. When we return to the scene of the crime, we're brought up to speed by ever unfireable Detective Gumshoe and Luke Atme, ace detective, who was brought in to prevent Master Mask from stealing the urn in the first place. Mere hours into our investigation, we learn that Master Mask has surrendered. At the detention centre, we meet Rhonda Light, who claims to be Master Mask. Despite not having the urn, he insists that he is the legendary thief. He tells us to speak to his wife Desiree. We do just that, and between the two of them, we get asked to defend Ron in court. We learn that Ron's wallet was found at KB Security, where Larry Butts is now working. We also find out that Ron is being blackmailed and was asked to go to KB Security the night the urn was stolen. We also snoop in Luke Atme's bag and get our hands on something in there, but Luke returns to his office before we can find out what it is. In court, we finally face Laserface, otherwise known as Godot. We accuse Luke of being the true thief of the urn, as he was able to be the sole security in the Lordly Taylor the night of the theft. Desiree rocks up with the urn, which she found in Luke's office, and as our fingerprints are on it, we're able to prove that Luke is the true Master Mask. Ron is still desperately claiming that he stole the urn. After the trial, Godot congratulates us, but rearrests Ron for the murder of Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. As we've established that Ron was not at the Lordly Taylor that night, and his belongings were found in KB Security around the time of the crime, Ron is prime suspect. Day 2 of investigation sees us lamenting the fact that we're faced with yet another murder case. There's a lot of running around, but ultimately we learn that Ron was getting blackmailed previous to the letter we know about. He only successfully pulled off the first heist as Master Mask, and for the rest he's been receiving instructions. Also, Adrian broke the urn and repaired it so it says Amy again instead of I am. Trial day 2 is a bit of a whirlwind, with us cross-examining Ron first. He admits during the trial that he was in costume for the blackmail meeting. We establish someone else must have pressed the security buzzer the night of the crime in order to frame Ron, and accuse Luke of the murder as well as the grand larceny. Luke is brought out of his own grand larceny trial seconds before the verdict, and we cross-examine him. We reveal that Luke staged the photo of him stealing the urn, as the Master Mask calling card reveals a detail only he could have known about if he saw the urn after Adrian broke it. That bit's confusing. We'll get into it. It's fine.
It's fine.
We also proved that the blackmail letter was actually to Luke, not Ron, and that Luke was the other person blackmailing Ron. Also confusing, we'll get into it. So many different kinds of crime are happening in this case. We nearly lose the case due to a lack of actual evidence, but with a surprise visit from Mia, we go through one last cross-examination where we prove that Luke was at the scene of the murder, as he states that Ron was wearing gloves as part of his costume that night, and that's why there was no fingerprints on the buzzer. This fact was only established in court before Luke was brought in, and so is the final evidence we need to trigger his breakdown animation. Hell yeah. Afterwards, in a glorious reversal of Luke's plan to have the perfect alibi via double jeopardy, we are delighted to learn that Ron Delight can't be retried as Master Mask, and so gets to have a lovely time with his hot wife for the rest of their days. Also, she's fine with him committing crimes. It's beautiful, really.
Fuck yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Best case of my
Yes.
goddamn life.
Yes. I think it's safe to say off the top that we all love this one.
Yeah. The most confusing part of this case was figuring out Desiree's moral compass.
Listen.
I honestly think it's so well written in that most people, like, their moral compass does just change to whatever is
Yeah,
most
for sure.
convenient for them.
It's so true.
She hates crime unless
And
it's
I
cool.
love her. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Look, as everyone recording this podcast will have seen in my notes, I'm obsessed with Ron and Desiree, and it shows, and I'm so happy that they're in my life, and
I'm obsessed
gonna
with
keep
them for
yelling
different
forever about
reasons.
them. I know that
I'm
too.
obsessed with them for different
get
reasons
into
that
it.
made Devin mad.
So
This
opening
intro,
of the case. Oh, sublime, some may say.
really good. Really good start.
I wanted to open the safe, and they didn't let me do that.
Yeah, I was
I'm just
thinking that
remembering
too.
this now.
Yeah, I was
There
very
was
surprised.
even a safe.
There was a
Yeah.
guy in there. You can't open that.
It was a different safe, but like...
I
we could've
genuinely
opened
thought that it could have been the same safe when I saw the safe. When we got there and I saw the big safe, I thought it could have been the same safe in this intro safe. And it would have been like, oh, it wasn't actually about this thing, it was about this other thing. I think I had a lot of really high concept thoughts for a case that was only over 2 days. I think this case is definitely feeding a lot into what, like, the big final case of this game is going to be, but I can't say that for certain until we get there, but it really feels like it's leaving a lot on the table in a good way for the game.
I think it's feeding into something. I don't know if it's feeding into the thing.
We'll see.
But we'll see.
We'll wait and see, won't we? Hmm.
There is a bunch of things that this case calls back to, but it then does nothing with, which is a little bit suspicious.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, it does that a lot, especially in, like, the first 10 minutes of this case. First, we've got to talk about the actual intro cinematic, though. Featuring one extremely notable phantom thief flying into the moon after stealing many precious jewels. I don't actually remember what he steals in the intro.
Yeah, I thought this was another TV character, and my
It
main
really felt
reasoning
like it.
for that was that I didn't think the moon was real. We've only seen it on TV.
I think it's hard to say whether we were the moon in this one.
Right, yeah. So I was like, this is fake. Master Mask doesn't exist.
Fake moon. I mean, to be honest, given how this case is played out, did that intro really happen? I don't really think so.
This is just Ron Delight, like, fantasizing.
It's either Ron Delight fantasizing or it's Luke at me fantasizing.
It's both of them. They're in the same mind palace.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're actually both each other's tulpa.
There's definitely, we're getting to this very, very early, but there's definitely some, like, hand in and lovable hand, like, fan fiction of Luke at me and Ron Delight, right?
There's so many fanfiction routes you could take the interactions in this case.
Yeah, it's sure one of those.
It's very much one of those. And I'm honestly amazed at that, considering Edgeworth wasn't even in this one. He was on holiday or dead.
Who could
He's
say,
in
really?
Europe? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is specifically the code they used last time. Well, no, he was dead last time and he was in Europe. I guess that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
is
it's
dead
reversed
this
this
time,
time, where it means he is dead, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably just helping Francesca go on her self-discovery journey or something. Probably not. He doesn't give a shit, does he?
He probably is, but it's
I like
the
to
most
think he
unhealthy
cares.
thing you've ever seen in your fucking life.
I like to think that some part of him cares about his adoptive sister. Well, he's the adoptive one, but you get what I mean. Anything else about this intro? Because I also want to talk about what's happening in the law office at the very beginning.
Let's go to law office.
I'm happy with Law Office.
Law Office Maya in the Law Office. I didn't realize how long it had been since I last saw Maya until she appeared on screen. And I was like, oh, I've missed her a lot, it turns out.
Yeah.
It turns out I enjoy the company of her character a great deal. And for whatever reason, in this situation, Phoenix just cannot stop fucking cleaning the toilet. Which is very uncharacteristic of him, considering later on in this case, he literally talks about how the office is still one giant mess, and the only person who ever seems to clean it is Pearl, the 9-year-old,
Yeah.
who is
funny
also
that.
here.
Pearl's here.
They're both in town because they're having a fun cultural exhibit of their village treasures.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. They're showcasing an exhibit of all of the special, unique artifacts of Kurain Village, which we were very familiar with in that one case in the previous game, where we went there and Paul's mom did bad crime.
Oh, bad crimes.
Yeah,
So
bad crime. But anyway, immediate first thing is like, hey, remember how that previous case that you did was unresolved because Morgan Le Fay is still, like, out there? Remember that?
Remember how she had a big
R-
speech
reminder.
about how she was still gonna
She's
get
in
you.
prison, to be clear.
Yeah, okay, Hera, she's in prison. She controls ghosts with magic.
Wait, no, she
Probably
does. She explicitly doesn't have the abilities of the
Yet.
Fae clan.
Yet. Because wasn't the whole thing with, like, the channeling technique gonna be that Pearl inherited it if Maya died?
Yes.
That was it, right? So then it would become part of her family. Would that mean that she gets the power too?
I think, like, specifically
Who,
it's
Pearl?
that
No, Morgan.
she would become the
It skipped over
master
Morgan.
of-
That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Morgan, yeah. So the kind of thing was that Maya is going to be the master of Kurain Village at some point in the near future because her mum's disappeared. And if it could be proven that Maya wasn't good enough, then it would just fall to Pearl to be master of Kurain Village.
Or if Maya was, e.g., in prison on account of being framed for murder.
That too.
Yeah,
that too.
either of those things. This is a good thing to go over because it actually turns out I don't remember a huge amount about that case.
Well, they do a reminder of it later where they heavily imply that Maya actually fucking killed that guy, which is really funny.
That bit's really good. It's literally put there to bait people who skipped over Trials and Tribulations to just, like, go back and do that one.
It's honestly a more generous reading than what I was, which is like, they forgot. They forgot.
Yeah.
They forgot. No, I genuinely think they have to always present these games as if no one has ever played the previous game in the series.
Yeah, and then being like,
Just in
here's your
case.
fun assistant. She fucking killed a guy. Don't worry about it. It's
Don't
crazy.
even worry
She's
about it.
really shady.
They do also explicitly say that Maya's really shady, which is true, and it's why we like her so much. But to be honest, I think even the way they present it is like, yeah, this bad thing happened, but it's pretty clear that no one wanted it to happen and it was bad for everyone involved. Not that it was
Yeah.
done intentionally because Maya loves to
Well-
murder people.
Not that it was intentionally, but that, this is the problem with spirit training, is that Maya, like, lost control and killed somebody.
Ugh, my power.
I was going to say exactly what you said, but in reverse. I was like, I was so glad to read Ro's take on this because I was just like, wow, they're so bad at their jobs they forgot. And it was like, oh, it's a marketing ploy. This is so much better. There's a reason to fuck Maya over. It's not just arbitrary.
Yeah. It is funny how, like,
so
that
funny.
coupled with a lot of the other things in this case do make Maya seem super shady, which is great. She loves
But
to
like
steal,
the fact
she
that
loves
she just
to
wants
lie.
to make money.
She loves to kill, she loves to make money, she's always chasing that paper. If there's one thing we can say about Maya Fey, it's that she loves stacking fat bills.
And good for her.
Good for her, she deserves it. Her job does not get her a lot of money from the sound of it. Anyway, because Maya and Pearl really want to go see this exhibition, which showcases all of their family treasures, Phoenix, who is completely at their behest because one of them is a literal child, takes them to the main exhibition hall, which is hosted in, what's it called?
Lordly
The
Taylor.
Lordly Taylor department store? It's not even a
Awesome.
museum.
Awesome.
This exhibition brought to you by capitalism.
Wah, wah. I mean, when you think about it, Jay, aren't they all?
You
Yeah.
know what? So true.
Anyway, there's a bunch of junk there, according to our good friend.
There's a bunch of stupid shit lying around on all these tables and counters.
What Phoenix Wright says to us
Look
upon
at
getting
that,
there.
dude.
Worthless crap.
Yeah, it's worth noting that before this point, they hadn't mentioned anything about the urn not being there, and like they present this exhibit with like, hey, it's going to showcase that special urn that's got the soul of our ancestor in it that's really important. And my ass was just like, oh, you know that's going to be so stolen.
Don't you get the poster for it before you...
Yeah,
go
you get the
there?
poster, and they show you the poster, and they're like, wow, the main thing in the exhibit is this urn that's wicked gonna be stolen by the thief that you saw in the intro cutscene a few seconds ago.
That picture of the urn and how broken it is absolutely sent me west.
The
Like,
thing
it's so
the
funny.
thing that fucks me up about it is Maya, who is aware of this relic and understands its significance to her village, like, doesn't even notice that it's busted up at all. She's just like, yeah, it probably always looked like that.
I mean, I reckon this thing's broken like at least once a year, and it's just in a perpetual state of getting more fucked up and then properly fixed, and they're just ricocheting back again. I think that's they just accept that the urn is always changing.
I feel like if I saw a poster that had a busted ass urn on the front, I'd be like, I think I'm gonna skip this one, actually.
Do you know what was cool? Do you know what would have been a good thing to showcase in the poster? The really cute model village that they had.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I want to go see that guy.
Yeah, for sure. It was very cool. It's a very nice setup. If it weren't for the fact that it takes place in the Lordly Taylor department store, you probably wouldn't notice that it was in a department store. But it is very funny that one of the first things you notice is a big cushion with nothing on it.
Do you think Lord Lee Taylor is a person?
Yeah.
What, like first
absolutely.
name Lordly, surname Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Are you incredulous about that name?
In this universe, not even a little bit.
In this universe, also in any good tabletop game.
Yeah.
No, it would be Lord Lee Taylor.
True.
That's his name, and then they were like, I'm gonna make my business have a slightly different name.
Yeah. Anyway, I think one of the questions we all asked was like, hey, is like everyone in the village cool with this happening? Because they mentioned multiple times like a bunch of people coming in and out with a bunch of different artifacts from Korean village, and it kind of just seems like they dismantled the entire village and brought it all inside a museum.
I like to think that because the like sacred scroll is basically just like here's 100 different ways to save money, that everyone in Korean village is just so ready to do anything that is going to get them some money, and they're like, yes, just make sure you get a good price for it.
Devin, it's 108 ways to save money.
I'm so sorry. That was so insensitive.
They just keep coming up with new ones.
Oh yeah, they've had time to put together a list, is the thing.
This is also the time where I noticed that in our inventory we do have the Magatama on us. The magical pendant. This gives us the ability to see when people are lying.
Fuck yeah.
I'm sure that's
Something that would be really useful inside of a courtroom.
No,
I never really thought about this, but we never get to use that inside of a courtroom.
It doesn't work in there. There's magic. There's counter spells.
They've got psionic wizards guarding the entry to the courthouse to prevent all kinds of magic from penetrating it.
What if they find out that, like, there's a prosecutor who also has a Magatama?
This is what okay, this is the shit. I think I mentioned this in, like, 1 or 2 episodes ago. I would fucking love for there to be a prosecutor that has magic powers. Because, like, I feel like every time we encounter anything that seems, like, even slightly supernatural that isn't directly tied to the Fae family, it ends up being complete bullshit. Someone else has got to know real magic, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Play to find out what happens.
Okay, what else are we doing here?
We're gonna go to the basement.
What
Are we going to see
why are we
somebody
going to the
there?
basement?
To see our good
Why
friend.
do I want to go to the basement?
That's what the stuff is.
They're hiding all the
Including a
best treasures in the
massive-
basement.
Fucking gold statue. That would
Yeah.
be the thing on the poster, in my opinion.
Yeah, that would be the thing on the poster. It would also be the thing you'd expect someone to steal if they were going to steal anything, is a solid gold statue with a divine seven-branch sword.
Kind of hard to
It's
shift.
pretty heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Hard
is
to
pretty
get
heavy,
with
but this
logic as well.
this guy has been called the King of Thieves.
He's been called the King of Thieves, but he sure hasn't been called the King of having strong arms.
I mean, I assume that themes. I assume that there are themes that have other things to help them do crimes, like fun and nifty gadgets, right? That's actually surprising. Is Master Mask doesn't actually have any gadgets.
He doesn't have a big robot who can carry it for him.
He
I
doesn't
think
have
Master Mask
doodads.
does have
Skill
gadgets,
issue.
just doesn't use any of them that we see.
Yeah, he's just so good at thievery that he doesn't need to use any of them.
When we go to the Mask's hideout, there's a hot air balloon, like, in the corner. That counts as a
That's
gadget
true.
to me.
A
He
tiny,
has
tiny,
a
tiny hot air balloon.
torpedo? Question mark.
Yeah, my fun gadget that I have on my belt.
Dynamite bundle.
Air-to-ground
Go, my
missile. Go gadget bundle of dynamite.
We talk about who's in the basement.
Yeah, I think we were all very excited to see this character. Because it's
My
not
friend.
someone I was expecting to genuinely ever see again. It's Adrian. It's Adrian from the case with Adrian in it.
It's been 7 months.
It's been seven long months since I last saw Adrian, and she has so changed.
She's fixed her whole life. Don't even worry.
She's fixed her
about it.
whole life and her hair.
Now she's just clumsy.
She works for a department store that pays her in gold bullion.
On balance, I'm glad that they were like, here's Adrian, and she's doing a little bit better now. But then Devon, their last note says the complex character to clumsy girl pipeline is so grim. And I was like, you know what? Real.
Yeah, they're absolutely right about that.
I was having the best time, and then I shut my Switch. I went to go and brush my teeth because I was like, okay, I finished the case, I can go to bed now. And as I was midway through brushing my teeth, I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake!
Devon's so right for this because the entire time I was hanging out with Adrian, I was like, I need you to be evil.
Yeah.
I can't believe this never occurred to me. It's making me so insane to think about since I read you.
When this happened to me is like, oh my god, I can see it all so clearly that Adrian is doing all this as a complex and elaborate setup to get back at Phoenix for directly contributing to her trauma in the
I'm
case
so
where they
mad.
were introduced. Like, it would have been so fucking good. Like, you see her and she's literally wearing like a black neck shirt. She looks like a fucking cat burglar. She and her whole thing is just like a cover for her doing the most daring and dastardly crime to make you look like a complete fuck up. And the thing is, you spend a lot of this case looking like a fuck up.
Remember how I spent the whole of last time being like, she could have been written so much better? Well, unfortunately, the thing about this one is that she is written slightly better, and also now I've got in my head a way that it could have been so good. Fuck.
There is literally a point near the end of this trial where you're asking Luke, spoilers, Luke is the bad guy, whether he had an accomplice for stealing the vase. And I'm literally like, there's literally only one person who could have contributed to him stealing the vase at the basement of the warehouse by the person that hired him. Ugh. But yeah, she's fine.
This didn't even occur to me because every time a character comes back, they are so, like, they're just not important to the
They're
case.
back.
Even if they're,
Yeah.
like, directly involved in it, they're just not important.
I know. I was definitely getting my hopes up for nothing. And I realized that gradually as the case wore on, and I was just like, yeah, it's not going to be about her. I just need it to be about her in some way, but they're never going to write women characters good.
Yeah.
They just wheel them out like a standee for us to, like, point and exclaim at.
Yeah.
And then they wheel them
But-
back off stage.
Adrian appeared and everyone clapped and then she left and that was it. She did her job.
And then later on, Larry appears and everyone boos, and then
Larry is in this case way too much.
someone
Larry
like
said too
pokes
many
the
words
Wendy
in this
old
case.
bag standee like out from behind the curtain, and we're like, oh, and then they bring her back.
Larry is
my
the worst
God.
he's ever been in this case, let's be real.
He is fucking
Yeah.
atrocious, but
Yeah, we'll get
I
to
have
that.
one more thing to say about Adrian, which is that, like, because I was like, oh, it's Adrian, and she's happy, and this is great. And then I was like, hang on. They did Adrian so dirty for multiple reasons. One, Adrian was shit hot at her job before. Like, yeah, she had a lot of trauma and stuff going on, but she was really good at her job. And in this one, she's just like, she's got this urn that she's exhibiting that's worth nothing. She drops it, and also she hires a guy who's literally going to steal the urn. And it's really sad because she says at one point, like, oh, I've learned to trust my gut. Like, I've learned to trust myself. And from what we see in the game, she shouldn't. She shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And it's so fucked.
Yeah, it sucks.
So she's now just incompetent, clumsy girl. And this is why I was having an absolute crisis while I was brushing my teeth. And I'm so
No.
mad.
There's almost
Yeah.
an interesting bit of work going on here where she's in charge of the whole exhibit, and then Luke Atby shows up and it's like, I'm the guy who can catch Master Mass. Don't bother calling the police, like, because she's got a calling card from Master Mass saying that he's gonna come steal our stuff. And there's something almost interesting there about Adrian just like blindly trusting this guy who turns out to be very untrustworthy, but then
that's
they
so
don't
fucking true.
do anything with it because
Yeah,
they're
she's
just like,
she's definitely so recovered from everything
she's
that
so
happened.
recovered. Don't even worry about it.
Oh man, Adrian, please change.
Yeah,
Please go to therapy. One of the first things she says is, Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. And I think
And
we
then
were
we
all
all
like,
said,
no, the fuck he
"Bullshit."
was not.
Her saying
Yeah.
that was me being like, oh, this is definitely gonna be about that. And then it wasn't, and that made me sad.
Oh, it could have been Ro. I'm so... I hate that you put this in my brain.
Enter my vision of a better world.
You can examine the aforementioned statue down here.
Really
and it
good,
adds it to
really
the
cool
court
statue.
record, which is really fucking funny.
This is a surprise tool that will help us later.
I mean, it is pretty obviously gonna be relevant to whatever's about to happen because it is a big gold statue.
Yeah.
And we know that there is a thief coming here. I mean, we don't know that yet verbatim, but it is extremely obvious that this urn is going to be sealed at the very least. But yeah, solid gold statue. Not something you see every day or any day.
Apparently they have
Hang
them
around.
all over the country.
Apparently, yeah.
So wild.
In the Fey Spirit dojos.
It's interesting though because there's a lot of things that indicate that that Korean village is not a very wealthy village, and hence why they've got the 108 ways to make money scroll. And Maya constantly talks about, man, it would be so nice to have money, but she does have a solid gold statue of one of her ancestors.
Yeah, but you
Well,
can't just
you know
sell
that
that,
one of
can
those
you?
tips is sell a statue.
You don't. You don't have to sell the statue, but I would assume that if you had the resources to have a solid gold statue, you'd probably have some, I don't know, a little walking around money.
No liquid assets. It's all gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, we've seen that the Fae family is kind of in decline in terms of, like,
Yeah.
their values, in terms
Oh,
of, like,
they-
society, so it makes sense that
They can't sell it because tips for making money number 74 is hold on to your gold until it appreciates in value. So they just keep holding on to that statue and never selling it.
Alright, do you want to fast forward to tomorrow?
I really like that before you fast forward, they do the thing where everyone is having a great time, and Adrian's like, hey, it's nice to see you guys again. Why don't I take you all out for dinner? And
Oh,
Phoenix's
yeah.
monologue is like, wow, it's so nice that everyone's having such a great time. And then the next line is his narration monologue saying, the very next day, something terrible would happen.
Wake up, Phoenix. You fucked up big
You
time.
fucked up big time.
Jar got stolen.
Jar got
Oh.
stolen. Phoenix is cleaning the toilet again.
He loves to clean the toilet.
Master Mask is real.
He's
Moon.
got a cool jazz motif. Moon is also
The
real.
jury's still out on the
So good. The music's fucking immaculate.
Yeah, the music in this one really... There's
really,
a lot of good
really,
tracks in
really
it.
good.
A
Yeah.
lot of really good themes in this.
Maya says a thing about how it's really, really bad that something bad happened to the jar, and then Paul doesn't say anything because Maya still doesn't know that Paul broke the jar in the last game. Like, oh man,
You're gonna
that's
go to
hang
jail,
over your head for
Pearl.
Really? Yeah, you're gonna go to jail for this one. Uh-oh. That's gonna be the kind of thing that literally stops a kid from sleeping at night, like, every day.
Yeah.
But
It
if
would
you're
stop
Pearl
me
right
from
now,
sleeping every day.
you're wiping your brow. This is the best case scenario for you.
Yeah, you've got someone else to blame now.
I can't believe that thief would break my jar.
My jar.
Well, the Fays are like, you're a lawyer. You can figure out who did this, right?
Yeah.
He's a lawyer, not a
Do we know how to
detective.
solve not murders?
Let's find
No.
out.
That's the first time for anything.
I mean, it was
hard
the
can
first
be?
time for solving murders. I like that if you look out the window of the law office at this point, Phoenix talks about the Gatewater Hotel becoming a theme park.
Absolutely phenomenal.
I don't think that's ever been a thing that's happened in real life. It's really funny to think back on how this hotel gained a boon in popularity because someone saw what she thought was a murder happening at the building across the road.
I mean, she was straight up lying. Is the thing.
She was, yeah, she was straight up lying, but now they've got a theme park.
I think Ace 27 is going to be set in like a far future like hellscape where
Yes.
the
Where the walls come down
Gatewater is
from the moon.
like it's the Gatewater country now.
Oh god. Oh god.
Gatewater Land, TM,
State of Gatewater.
State Water. I think they should do this in real life for the Watergate Hotel. I think it would be really funny.
I think they missed the boat on that one, sadly.
Oh, and they didn't miss the boat on this one?
I guess if you like pushed it off onto like TikTok teens, you could probably get it to blow up again.
If there's anything that teens on TikTok
Oh
love,
my
it's the
God.
Watergate scandal.
Yeah, well, we can do it. There's a new movie poster, I guess, because we're not doing Nickel Samurai anymore. It's not
That guy's
actually
dead.
new. It's
That guy's
it's an
cancelled.
old poster of a movie that Mia used to love that Maya has seen now, and it's like, oh shit, this movie rules. I'm putting the poster back up.
She said it made her cry. And Phoenix was like, I should watch it. Maybe it'll make me cry. I would love to cry. I would love some
I'd
emotional
love to have an
catharsis.
emotion. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to feel. Unfortunately, I'm too busy having to pretend to be a lawyer.
Too much of a man. Speaking of men, there's one of the department stores that you need to talk to.
Speaking of men.
Speaking of men.
powerful,
Guy.
emotion-bottling men. It's Gumshoe, baby. He's back.
Oh,
He is a detective again, unfortunately.
this man will always work for the police. I'm sorry to say, it seems
It's in his blood.
So sad.
Gumshoe was literally born a policeman, unfortunately.
Hey, Cav. I've already made that joke on this podcast, but you set it up for me again. What can I do?
Sorry, it's still funny though.
Oh my god, it's so fucking good.
He tells you that the police responded to the crime at like 1:30 in the morning. I don't remember what he says exactly. I swear he says that the crime happened at 1:30, which just isn't true. But I got that in my head somehow, so maybe I was just making that up. He says that there's a weird basement guard.
There sure is.
And if you show him your badge, he is really mean about it.
I didn't show anyone my badge in this case.
He says, are you still showing that cheap little thing off?
That cheap little thing.
Absolutely savage.
Mean.
Did any of you show Phoenix's portrait to anyone? Because they've added him to the list of people, which is really funny because
His portrait
because you
is
have to present
concerning.
him later. But if you show his face to anybody, they are all so fucking mean about it.
I did show it to a
You know
couple
what?
people, but I think I forgot
Fucking
to.
good.
later
Showed it to
on.
Adrian?
Yeah,
If
I
you
showed
show
it
it
to
to
Adrian.
Maya in the office, she says, "You're not very photogenic, are you?" And then Phoenix just doesn't say anything. And Pearl says, "I guess that's the end of that conversation."
Oh my god.
It's so funny.
Phoenix fucking deserves to be insulted. I'm sorry. Like, he sucks. He is reaping what he
really
has
good.
sowed.
One thing that Gumshoe does tell you about is the thief's calling card. I think that's the main
Ah,
thing you get
yeah.
from this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls you his calling card and he shows it to you, and Phoenix is like, "What's that mark on the front?" And Gumshoe says, "That's his mark." And everyone said, "Well, great, thanks."
It's,
Mark
it's
the
so
mask.
funny because he was like, it's his
Mark the
secret
mark.
emblem. And it's on
It's-
all
it's
the things
his
he
face.
wears.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people like outside the courthouse selling merchandise with it on.
Nobody ever know what this looked like. It's literally in Super Mario Brothers 2.
And Gumshoe was like, this is a secret. Don't tell anyone. This will not come up later.
We're gonna start telling anyone.
Phoenix explicitly says about it in court.
So funny.
He just tweets it out and no one says a goddamn thing about it. I think Gumshoe is in the stand at this point. He doesn't say a thing about it.
He just feels like his trust has been betrayed, but I don't feel like that's unusual for someone in his possession.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go into the basement?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
A new guy appear.
Every time we go down
You
there,
got
it's
it.
a great time.
It's the fucking penguin.
It's the penguin, baby! Yeah!
It's kind of weird because it's like, oh god, what year did this come out? It's specifically like 2014 Gotham Penguin.
So true.
Like I don't think like Thin Penguin was a thing before that.
Well, this game came out first, so actually, I'm sorry, but the penguin
Yeah.
is Luke at me.
The Penguin is Luke at me. I'm sure people made Penguin comparisons back in the day.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, the penguin's been around for an awful long time. But this guy also does look like the weirder looking human characters in a Persona video game.
Yeah.
How do we feel about his design in general?
I love it. It roars.
I think it's good.
I love his big fucking bow.
I hate his big stupid magnifying glass.
I got to this part of the game remembering that Devon fucking hated this guy, and I was like, oh no, I love him. This is really funny. And then, as Devon was playing, firstly was like, oh my god, I just had a sense mirror of how much I hate this guy, which was very funny because I already remembered. And then by the end of the game was like, never mind.
There we go, baby!
Never
This guy
mind.
rocks. I love
He is
him.
awesome. He is so good.
He's fucking incredible.
I really like this guy.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He has the best breakdown animation.
Oh,
It's simple, but god, it makes me feel something.
He waddles. He's doing the penguin walk.
Ro, can you describe the emotion?
The emotion that I felt was just like watching someone go. There's a scene in a movie I can't remember the name of, where a woman is like walking down a subway tunnel and she just starts completely losing her mind. I wish I could remember. It's called Possession. That's the name of the movie. And she just starts completely losing her mind. And she's got like bags of milk and shit. And she's just like smearing it all over her body and screaming. And it was like, this is someone who is so close to being that broken. And I could see it in his eyes. And I was just like, yes, you are turning into the Joker. You've gone from Penguin to Joker.
But like the best part of it is like it's completely
theatrical.
put on.
Yeah,
Because,
I know.
like,
It's
at,
a
at
performance.
the end of it,
It's
he's
so
like
good.
he's cracking.
And he literally does the same thing the next day.
It's
Like the
so
exact
good.
same thing.
So
It's
good.
perfect. Yeah, this guy loves to stare. Oh yeah, the other thing we didn't say is he's literally got the worst name out of any character in this video game so far, I
It's
think.
called Luke
That is true.
at me. This is like I'm working on Ace Attorney game translation. I get an email at like 4:50 on a Friday saying, "Hey, we gotta name this guy." Luke at me. Send. Log out.
Done. It's over. I will say,
It's done.
knowing what he becomes by the end of this case, I do have a slightly higher appreciation for it, considering the like self-centeredness aspect of it being like that was his whole thing the whole time on a more layered level than just being an obnoxious detective guy.
Did you
but
all
it's still
see that
stupid
his
as hell.
theme song is called "I Just Want Love"?
I saw that in your
That's
notes,
really
and I think
good.
that's so good.
Which is the literal translation of his Japanese name. I just went
Oh
to
my
check this
God.
on the wiki because I wanted to double check what his Japanese name was, and due to his name pun, many Japanese Ace Attorney fans sent him chocolate on Valentine's Day addressed to Capcom. He received even more than Phoenix Wright and Goddo.
Oh my god,
Aw.
that's so funny.
That's so
I was so
good.
wrong to ever hate him.
I'm genuinely sad that he's the bad guy of this case because he's
No, he
so
has to
good.
be.
I want to see him
He has to
again.
be. I would like to see him again. It's a shame that he's dead now. What's also funny is that song name is also the name of a song in Silent Hill 3.
It's the same game, I guess.
Same game, same character.
Yeah, same guy.
Is he the hill or the silent?
He is actually... he's actually Pyramid Head.
Oh, right.
He's your guilt.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's so heavy. Phenomenal.
Luke at me is a Sherlock Holmes. That's his bit. Is that he's a Sherlock Holmes.
He's Sherlock Holmes 3.
Yeah.
So true.
He has some great delivery because it's like, who was the guy who liked to have a really verbose vocabulary? I think it was Red White that liked to
That was
talk in
Red
like
White.
really flowery speech. This
Yeah.
guy is like the perfect blend between that kind of stupid and and like someone who just like loves himself way too much.
He says Zavari.
What does that mean?
Sorry. So that was the moment where I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, the rage in my body from when I was 15 is like I wasn't 15, but it's too fucking real. And then like immediately afterwards, he's just like, I don't know, he's mean to Phoenix. And I was like, this guy fucking rocks.
What does that mean?
It doesn't really mean anything. It's a kind of play on what he says in the Japanese, which means like, I understand, or like something like that. So one thing I was thinking about, Luke at me, and also Ron, who we've not spoken about yet, is that the character designs in this game, this is such a really specific thing, but the way they do shading has slightly changed, and I can't tell you how much it was fucking me up seeing the old sprites versus the new sprites and be like, oh my fucking god, the shading is different and I'm gonna flip a table. But it's really nice to see the kind of character design style changing throughout the series, because a lot of time has passed now since the first game.
Yeah.
And they've got this really colourful, big, flamboyant character design style now that I massively enjoy.
Yeah, it's really good. One thing I also said about Luke at me is like there is an alternate universe where this guy is Felix's primary foil. And I thought that was like a really funny concept to dig into. Because like the way he talks about himself is literally like he is a person who is destined to be beaten if this were to play out like a TV show. Because the idea is that he's like this infallible super detective. He is Sherlock Holmes 3. So obviously, like, a natural progression of the narrative would be that he has to be beaten. And that's why he does that stupid thing at the end with his breakdown sequence, where he says he was so great that he had to create a foil for himself.
You can go to his office.
His office is so weird because it's like it's like a
It's a point-and-click
recreation
puzzle
of
game.
something from like the 1800s.
Or like a Professor Layton.
Like everything is old. There's a gramophone. There's a whole conversation about what a gramophone does.
The walls are made of, like, layered, uneven stone bricks, like a castle.
He's got a bunch of paperwork attached to the wall via knives. For
He
some
makes
reason,
potions.
I don't understand what. Yeah, he's got like an alchemy set.
Yeah, he makes potions.
Don't
I think
understand
you said an,
why it's
I think
cool
you
as
said
fuck.
an
What are you
alchemy
talking
set,
about?
Like it's a thing you can get for your kids.
It's really
8
good.
years and up, alchemy set.
It's so great.
Giant frame picture of himself also.
Naturally. Which Maya does say that she really wants to steal.
Hell yeah.
You think she'd be a bit cooler on stealing based on what just happened?
She is cool
What
on
were we
stealing.
saying about people's morals changing to fit whatever they want, you know?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Maya's moral compass is that stealing is awesome unless it happens to her.
There's some new investigation music.
Oh, it's really
What do we
good.
think about it?
It is good.
It rules.
It's so fucking great.
Is there also a bag on the table in this bit? Is this where we see a bag on a table?
No, because
No.
when it shows up, I can't remember. I think it's Maya's like, there's something different going on right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Maya.
Huge
I got
bag
it.
on the fucking table.
Something's a little off.
Let's talk about the crime scene.
The warehouse?
Yeah.
You know
He's
who?
gone now. We can look around.
You know who wants to think about the crime scene is Pearl Fay. She is on every single bit of evidence here in a way that Maya and Phoenix are just like, goddamn, I guess.
She
Yeah.
solves the crime. She wins today. Maya and Phoenix are just like puttering about, examining stuff and chit-chatting about it. And Pearl is like, hey guys, did you forget that we are also here to solve the crime of who stole the sacred urn?
Yeah, and Phoenix is like, look at this shitty box on the ground. Look at this
Oh my
complete
god!
like hack
He's
job
so awful.
of a
Look
box.
at this dog shit box.
We were all
Who the
so
fuck
angry
made
about
this?
that.
I hope they die.
Worthless, shitty urn being held in a crappy box made by an idiot.
And Maya's like, I made that.
I did that. That was me.
The funniest thing about this is that it's a perfectly good fucking box.
Like a normal ass
It's
box.
fine.
The most
Regular
regular
ass
box I've ever
box.
seen in my life.
It's a fucking amazing box. I could make a fucking box. Like I could make a box, good or bad. I could
Yeah.
make one. Maya just fucking put a box together. Shut the fuck up, Phoenix.
Shut the fuck up, Phoenix. One thing
You know he
here
couldn't
that-
make a box.
You know his ass.
I would have
can't
probably
make a
put the
box.
slider on the top, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that way that it wouldn't have fallen out. You know what? Actually, Hera, you're right. Maya, this is a really
It's,
shitty.
I mean,
box.
it's a fine box. It's just like, I just don't think it's shitty or great. It's fine.
It's a middling box.
I think it's the
This
best.
is, this is your
best
certified
box I ever saw.
engineering opinion of the episode, is I'm going to put the slider on the top.
Here's something that pissed me off. When you look at the security camera, they immediately start talking about how it's the classic type of security camera that they had in the Steel Samurai case, where it takes one black and white picture every time it detects a movement that gets put on a computer.
What's crazy about this is it goes off once. It doesn't even
goes
go
off
off
once.
twice for someone going in and out. It goes off once.
Well, I guess what we learn later is that's actually set up by Luke, so it kind of does make sense. I guess the problem is
Yeah.
that no one questions it.
I think the
Yeah.
thing they should be questioning is why have we not got better cameras? Especially since at the end of the first game, we had a video camera to play around with. But that was the future past, so I guess it makes sense that it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the same
Because
here.
also in the first game, they'd only just invented digital cameras, so
And now here they have... Technology has not moved forward in the past... How long has it been since the first game? Like, a year and a half?
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, more or less. There's busted ass sword on the ground. Maya hits Phoenix over the head with it.
It's very
He
blunt
deserves
is the
it.
thing, so it's fine to do that.
No one ever died from blunt force trauma.
No one... Okay. Can we make a, like... We've already brought up a lot of lists we'd like to make when we finish this game. One I'd want to make is what is the most lethal thing in the Phoenix Wright universe? Because I think blunt force trauma is up there, and it's winning by a significant margin.
Yeah, so far getting clocked in the head is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best way to die, as far as I'm concerned.
Most popular,
Getting shot.
for sure.
Like 4 or 5 people have gotten shot, and 2 of them have survived getting shot. Maybe 3. Maybe I don't
One
remember
piece
all of them.
ass fucking ways to die.
There's some Danganronpa blood on the back wall.
This made me laugh so much in your notes because I looked at it and I was like, if this was Danganronpa, this would be blood. That's not anything I need to write down though. And then I got to your notes and you were like, there's blood here. Why is no one talking about the blood? That's pink paint, my friend.
Wait, the funny thing is, even though Hera called out on it because it was blood, I was like, hey, why is no one talking about this bright pink goo?
Yeah, you used the word goo many times in a way that was very
It
pleasing.
doesn't look like paint. It looks like a thick, viscous substance. It looks gelatinous.
blood.
It doesn't look like paint.
Paint is kind of gelatinous.
It depends what you mix it with, I suppose, but like,
That's why you gotta spread it thin.
it's not like a big can of gel paint, surely. That would cost millions. I'd steal that before I steal the urn.
Well, the urn is famously not worth anything, so any kind of paint would be worth more.
Famously, yeah.
Famously.
What else is down here? Statue moved.
Statue moved. First thing we notice is that the statue has moved, revealing the goo. Also, there's like some signs on the wall. I never understood what the significance of the signs were. I'm guessing it's just set dressing. But Maya comments on them that there is a burr sign on the wall, which means it must be part of a sign for hamburger.
I reckon she's
Yeah.
right.
Or spaghetti. I don't know why she came to this conclusion. It's like it's either a sign for hamburger or spaghetti, which does not have the letter B or U or R in it.
This is why Maya is the best. Oh, she creates the world she wants to see is the thing.
Yeah.
And the world she wants to see is food hamburger world.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. And then there was another one on the other wall. I can't remember what that one said, but it wasn't as funny as spaghetti.
It's Organi.
Oh yeah, organic. Which she said is organized. I would have thought organic.
Yeah,
I
but
guess
the rest of the letters are like blocked off.
Doesn't
I
really.
mean, it is a storage
indicate
house.
anything.
You do organize things there.
Yeah, but I feel like that.
Play
would be a given.
Wilmot's Warehouse,
I have played Wilmot's Warehouse.
and you'll understand this.
Play the Wilmot's Warehouse board game, and you'd understand how easy it would be for us to kill each other.
That board game's good as hell, I heard.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
So, what point is it here where you get called to the detention center? Because my only note here says, "What the fuck is going on?"
So you go back into the main exhibition hall, and Gumshoe is like, "Finally, I did it, pal. Finally, I showed that guy who's always calling himself the best detective in the world. I finally showed him that I am actually one of the best people to ever do my job, even though I've been fired from it on 3 separate occasions. I caught the guy who did it because I went up to a guy that looked like the guy, and he said it was me. I did it."
Well, the guy who looked like that guy came up to him and said, "Hello, I'm Master
Hi,
Mask.
I'm the guy, and I did
Please
it.
arrest me."
Hello, officer. I
excuse
surrender.
me.
Oh! No!
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god! Stop it!
Please listen to me.
I love him.
God,
I
this
love
is
him.
great. I
Your
love
Honor.
him so much.
Your Honor, I love him.
Your Honor, I love
Oh my
him.
god, I'm obsessed with him. I knew I was gonna be obsessed with him, but like, oh my fucking god.
Let's go to the detention center and meet a character by the name of Ron Delight.
Let's go see a wife guy.
Wife guy.
I
Can
have
I
never
say
loved a
something?
Wife guy more.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Rondelight is kind of femme.
Yeah?
And we love that
Yep.
for him.
Yeah?
Why do you think I'm so intensely invested in Rhonda Light?
Before we were introduced, and I shouldn't make these assumptions, I thought Rondelight was a woman.
You know what it was for me? I knew as soon as he put, like, both his hands down on the table and did that pose where he's like, please, please, please listen to what I'm saying. I was like, okay, you are Shinji Ikari from the hit anime Evangelion.
No!
He's practicing his, like...
Bro, why
Well,
would
the
you
thing
do
about
this to
Shinji is
me?
kind of a woman if you think about it.
We are going to get into this, too.
No! Don't do this to me!
He puts his hands on the table. He's like well practiced in the non-threatening poses. Have you seen
He's
that,
so
that one
demure.
video of the it's a Japanese video, and it's like 3 men like on the floor in front of a woman, and they're like doing like stunts.
Oh yeah, they're doing
It sounds buck
there's
wild.
like a term for it in Japanese. It's like literally to do with like the art of apologizing to someone, and they're literally doing stunts over one another while they're like bowing at her feet in apology. It's really 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 good. But yeah, he does sort of look like he's assuming the position. I shouldn't
found
say
it.
that. God,
Oh, this is
world's
loud.
greatest
Hold on.
detective. Yeah, this.
This is Ron DeLite and Desiree.
Oh my god, dude, your
Oh my God.
knees.
It's a padded suit.
Oh my
Forgot
god.
about the spinning.
Oh my god, this is so real.
Do you do this?
Well, I should. I think is the thing. I'm gonna learn.
I'm not sure about that, Devin.
Devin
I will die
apologized to
immediately.
women. Sorry, women.
Sorry, women.
Thank you.
Oh my fucking god.
The thing about
this
Ron
is
DeLite is that he
phenomenal.
would never have to say sorry to women.
Ron DeLite has never done
so
anything wrong in his
true.
fucking life.
he doesn't
It's
have
so
to,
true.
but
So
he
true.
does.
That's true. You know what? That is true.
And that is the true imbalance of the universe. We've got Phoenix Wright, who absolutely should apologize to women, never apologizing, and Ron DeLite, who should never apologize to women, having to just
It's true. The
the
world
world
is
is
so
fucked.
cool.
The world is fucked up. Anyway, the perfect man does exist, everyone. You heard it here first.
I do have to admit something that is very painful to me to admit. I don't like his hair.
Oh, it's their rules.
I like his
He's a
hair. I
literal
don't like
cinnamon
when
roll.
he's caught out and it like shoots
Wiggles
out
around.
like drolls.
Yeah, that's why I don't
that
like it.
weirds me out.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
He's got the Princess Amidala hairstyle and it's also sentient.
To meet Ron DeLite, he often trails off and is spoken over. There's some fun stuff with the text where it like gets harder to read, which is so fucking wonderful.
I forgot one of the things I wrote in my notes is this guy sounds way too meek to do big level crime. Can't wait to meet his wife.
Oh my god, so perfect. And he's shouting about the fact that he's masked a mask. He doesn't know where the urn is, but he's definitely masked a mask.
He's
He's
definitely
so
we
masked.
totally
masked a
believe
mask.
him.
Yeah. Maya
He
calls him a
should have
creep.
spelled mask differently.
Maya is occasionally wrong, is the problem.
Maya's okay. Maya has been
Yeah.
wrong about people based on initial assumptions many a time, to be fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not to be fair on her, but just to be fair in the consistency of it. And actually, I think this is the first time where Phoenix like tells her off for judging someone based on assumptions. Something which Phoenix also does all the time.
Yeah.
He just, at the very least, doesn't usually say it out loud.
It's also really funny that he's now started telling her off for that when in the last case, him judging somebody and did really well.
Yeah,
And by last
it-
case, I mean last case he did. Not the case with
It's
Mia.
only ever a problem if something goes wrong.
So he's like, hey, I'm Master Mask. You should go talk to my wife.
That is
Not really
literally
sure
this
what
whole
we're supposed to do that,
conversation.
but that's
It's
what
very
happened.
funny.
It's definitely me. Talk to my wife about it. Talk to my wife about how
I
it's
don't
me.
have your pot. Go
Go to
talk
my
my
secret
wife.
hideout. It's an apartment on the 3rd floor of Palazzo Pelpepe.
Awesome. I didn't know that the Phoenix Wright World had a downtown Little Italy.
And also Canada.
And also
As we
Canada.
get to
Yeah,
later.
we'll get into that too.
We're really world building in this episode.
Yeah, for real.
So we...
Let's
That
let's
world
go
is
meet.
Earth.
Let's. I don't know, Jay. Something about the way you said that just really tickled me. Let's go meet his wife.
This is Desiree Delight.
I design rules.
Yeah.
And you
she
know
was-
what? We would all be
fucking
wife
best.
guys for Desiree Delight, is the thing.
We really would. I'd learn how to apologize in a suit while spinning.
She's wearing like aviator goggles. It's honestly, it's kind of like an aviator look.
She doesn't have a flight jacket though.
Well, it's kind of like a flight jacket. It's got
It's-
like the fur lining.
It's like a flight suit, I guess. She also has like tire earrings, which is really fun.
The earrings
Yeah.
are really good. Yeah.
She loves everything motorcycle related.
She loves to go
Oh.
fast
There is so much shit in the background.
to absorb.
They don't have a sofa. They just have a missile and a
Hey,
hot
babe,
air
I sold the
balloon.
sofa to buy the genuine Master Mask hot air balloon.
Oh god.
You know, the hot air balloon that he's famous for using all the time. I need to point out, because this only gets like pointed out once or twice in the case, Master Mask has been a known criminal for 6 months.
Yeah.
This guy has accumulated an awful lot of memorabilia for a guy that's only been a known criminal for 6 months.
Well, maybe this is just stuff that Desiree buys.
Yeah, this is actually all her stuff.
This is actually a really expensive designer brand, and Master Mask is just stolen.
Well, what Desiree says is like, yeah, Ron is like delusional and does genuinely believe he's Master Mask, but he's actually just Master Mask's biggest fan, and that's why we have all this branded mask to mask items.
I love her.
And she believes this.
Yeah.
We don't really think about that because at this point we don't know if it's true that he is Master Mask. However, he is, and she's just like, yeah, he's just. My husband is literally just delusional. Don't worry about it.
Well, I believe anything a beautiful woman tells me.
Well, yeah.
She also hates criminals, which we should believe her about.
She hates criminals.
She hates criminals. She
will never
admits
change
this
her mind on
after she talks about speeding.
Yeah, getting pulled over by the
Yes.
police for speeding extremely fast.
I really like that she got called over by the police for speeding, and her initial response was to try and just, like, go really, really fast so they couldn't catch up.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then talks about it like, wow, I'm kind of surprised that they managed to catch up with me while I was going, like, 200 miles an hour.
There's a little model bike in the background. I assume that's a model of her bike.
It's also red. She is wearing red. And if
There's
there's
also two
anything
little
we know about Ace
photos.
Attorney characters, it's that they stick to a theme.
I think one of those photos is of a bike, and then the other one is of her, like, with a scooter. I guess they could be of anyone. Old Bag's, like, alien costume is in the background.
Yeah,
By the
that's a
way.
little strange. But, I can't remember if you find this out now or, like, later when you come here another time, but you find out that, like, Old Bag is a colleague of his.
Yeah.
God, there is a lot of stuff going on here. The sabers, the flintlock pistol, the grappling hook,
The torpedo.
oxygen
We can't even
tank,
see the
torpedo.
bundle of dynamite on the ground.
Yeah,
on
the
the
bundle of
left.
dynamite on the ground. The gas
It's so
canister. I
fucking
think there's
great.
also a missile somewhere.
The blueprints.
And then the seagull mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ties the room together. And his wigs.
Kind of sad that Desiree doesn't get her own music.
Yeah.
She gets the... Well, I kind of associate the music with Lotta. I guess that's the last person we heard it on.
Yeah, it is Lotta's music. I think there's a couple other characters that have that theme as well. I'm pretty sure Pink Lady from the first game had it.
That's her name.
What was her name?
Lady.
April May.
April May.
April May, yeah.
Right. Okay, yeah.
It's the theme of Gull.
Oh, girl theme.
Gull theme.
Girl theme.
Hashtag Gull theme.
Oh my god, it's girl theme.
Dear God, it's Gull theme. When you know a character isn't going to be majorly significant to the ongoings of the actual criminal investigation.
It's called Simple Folk.
Simple folk.
Aw.
Wow.
I mean, I guess that. Compared
How
to some
could
of the
they call
characters we
girl
meet-
theme this?
How could they call this Gull theme? I'm just a simple
No
soul.
girls are simple to me, Ace Attorney.
I prefer my girls
It
complex
is. It
and
is
nuanced. Thank you very
used.
much.
April May, Lotta Hart, Angel Star,
It really is Gull theme.
and Larry Butts.
Jesus.
And then there's
Honorary girl theme.
spoilers below
What
that.
did they mean by this?
What did they mean by this?
Be careful, Hera. Be fucking careful.
Be fucking careful.
If you're gonna expose yourself to the worst puns imaginable, your body isn't ready for this yet.
You
Well-
gotta work up to it.
Unfortunately, speaking of Larry,
He's
He
also in
appears.
this.
Yeah.
He shows up. Did I even include him in the summary? I don't know if I did. Oh no, I did, very briefly. I chose not to talk about
Wait,
it.
he doesn't show up here. It's later.
well, I made no notes in between that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we basically just go back to Ron and he's like, yeah, do defend me.
What I did make note of is that Desiree mentions that, like, oh yeah, my husband is, like, so rich from his job as a security guard, and I'm like, I know security guards, they do not make a lot of money.
No.
They definitely are not bringing home enough money for you to be spending so much that he has to do thief crimes.
The thing about Desiree, she loves to believe things that fit with the things that she wants to know.
And wasn't that a theme in the last case?
Oh yeah, oh my god, Devon, please.
Hey, I was thinking about both Ron and Desiree. But wait, hang on. I had lots of thoughts, but I didn't write an essay like last time.
Aw.
So it was basically like in the first case, Phoenix is like desperately trying to do anything to keep Dahlia, and like I think I said at the time, like, he's not giving the necklace back. And as a joke, I was like, 100% he knows when he gives that necklace back, they're gonna break up. And I think that Ron is kind of like, I just need to keep giving my wife money to go shopping, because if I don't, she's gonna leave me. And that's definitely a thing. But I just like it better in this case.
And by the end, we learn that Desiree is, like, genuine in a way
So
that
okay with
Dahlia is
this.
not actually.
For sure. And also, they're both just more likable than both of the other characters in the other case.
And then you
Yeah.
were like, the exact quote is Ron and Feeny both doing insane things for love. Is this the theme? Is this the game?
Oh!
Yes.
Yeah,
So far.
that's where I'm at. That is the game so far. And I
We love
wonder-
finding
Story so far.
themes.
I love to find a theme.
Many things to bear in mind as we proceed.
Pack that one away.
Put a pin in this.
I didn't realize that the reason you find out that Desiree was speeding is because that's literally her alibi for the crime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Really
too busy
good.
doing a different crime. Sorry. Which I hate doing, by the way,
Interesting.
or knowing about.
Is that the theme of the case?
She asks you to defend Ron. So you go back to Ron, and Ron's like,
Okay, then.
well, if my wife says
Yeah.
that's what you gotta do,
It's specifically that you
That
give
sounds
him a
very good to
letter
me.
that she wrote, because he won't say it himself. He needs her to, like, get him there.
Where are my Rhonda, like, Adrian Andrews parallels?
Huh.
Nobody's calling this twink codependent.
Oh my fucking god. That's because he's a man, I'm afraid to say. I think that's the problem.
I think that's the problem.
Oh,
As pathetic and wayfish as he is.
good god.
I forgot
I love
that
her.
Desiree keeps calling you Nicky boy.
I really like the note you said that you couldn't hear this without it sounding like Maximilian Pegasus, because you're 100% right.
I literally can't think of it any other way.
She should run like a roadside diner, which is a hideout for all the, grand larcenists of the area, including Ron, in my opinion.
Real.
It's so good. I would watch the shit out of that TV show.
Okay, so Ron asks you to defend him, and you do get a choice here. It doesn't matter. I'm curious to see what people said. Did anyone deny this?
No hesitation, I immediately picked up this guy's case.
Yep, I would defend him with my life.
Uh-huh.
In real life, not just in the game.
I was like, I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I can tell that this is going to be extremely fucking messy. And for that reason, I'm in.
You were so right. It was extremely fucking messy.
True.
I had no idea how fucking crazy this case was going to get. Someone is very upset about this.
Oof, yeah.
So, because Ron has basically admitted to being Master Mask, which means he stole the urn even though he doesn't know where it is, Maya and Pearl both get very upset at Phoenix for taking the case, and Pearl gets so upset that she runs away.
And she slaps Phoenix.
And she slaps Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
is
I get hit
assault.
by
and
1,000
that
slap attack.
is a crime. Sorry, Pearl, you're going to jail.
Nah, it's fun. It's part of the, it's like the Faye family slapping. But
The Faye family slapping you technique.
And it's really sad, because actually, Phoenix didn't even comprehend that before everyone got upset, that, like, maybe this isn't a great idea. He just does it. And then it's like, oh no, I've upset people around me.
But I do also
doesn't
think
even
it's
necessarily
Phoenix's
think that
MO
Ron
to,
is
like,
innocent.
see someone who needs help and be like, I can't say no to that.
It's true. And I guess he did defend Lana, even though she was saying, like, I'm fucking guilty, so...
I mean, he
Whatever.
also
Like,
defended Larry,
half-
even though he said I'm so fucking guilty.
And Edgeworth.
And Edgeworth, even though he said he was so fucking
Jesus
guilty.
fucking Christ! Phoenix is an interesting character.
I think I have a note here that says it's a real good thing the court doesn't give a shit what the defendant pleads.
Yeah.
It's so insane because in the first game it sets it up as like, we have this new 3-day trial rule because we just need to get through the cases fast enough. But then if you've got people admitting that they're guilty and they're not just like, oh well fuck it, we'll just bang them up then. It's like, oh, you only want to like stick someone in jail if they don't want to be there. That's even more fucked up. I hate this place.
It would be
Please
so cool to be in
continue.
jail.
Alright, next day.
If you say it would be so cool to be in jail, you'll never go to jail. Next day, we go back to the law office. Wait, it's still the same day, isn't it? We go back to the law office. Yeah.
Is it
It's
not the next day?
Just leave
No,
Pearl in
it's
the
just,
law
like,
office
later
alone
on.
overnight.
It's not the
Well,
next day
you-
for a
I mean, you
while, I don't
would.
think.
You don't go to bed and then you get up and it's kind of awkward. I don't know. It's probably not the next day.
To me, it felt really funny because by the notes, it looks like actually, I think almost everybody did this. But when I was watching the thing, Pearl runs off and Maya's like, you can let her cool down for a bit and then we'll meet her back at the office. But they just went to the office straight away. So it's just like, we just
Yeah,
followed her
obviously.
home. Basically, don't even worry about it.
And, like, when you get home, she's, like, acting like nothing's wrong, and she's, like, doing all the cleaning, and she's making you tea and cake. And it's really sad because it's very obviously a coping mechanism.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not acting like nothing's wrong. She's like clearly
Yeah.
trying to like apologize without having to like bring it up. And she's very like, oh, Pearl.
And also, she's making strawberry cake and tea, which is what her mum made, and I'm screaming all
I
the
didn't
time.
pick up on that, but then I read it in your notes, Devin, and it did make me sad.
She's so small.
She's
Someone
so
look after this
small.
child.
And this is just what it's like to be 9. Like, you just overreact to something and then be like, I don't know how to, like, I don't know how to apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, baby girl.
And do you know what the best way to help a 9-year-old through this is to just kind of let them go off and do their own thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is when things like open up in this case and you can go and investigate. I stayed here and talked to Maya first.
Yes.
We learned some facts about Korean Village.
I don't think. Oh no, yeah, this is where you have that conversation, isn't it?
This is, yeah. We learned about the
I was so scared with
skyrocketing
this.
divorce rates.
Yeah, I was so scared with this prompt that they were going to talk about some like weird like marriage system that they have there, but I was
Oh God.
like so relieved that it was relatively normal.
No, they just talk about how everyone gets divorced. Me cheering and applauding.
Yeah.
That's because men can't handle powerful women, and that's
Fact.
Oh, real.
Literally
and
a
only
fact
women
of the
have
world
the powers of spirit,
within
Yeah.
Phase 10 universe.
and maybe our own.
And maybe our, but I mean, I would not comment on this.
You sure, buddy? Do you want it? Yeah. This is the safe space.
No, it's not. It's going on the internet.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I know how
Don't
that
say
works.
anything about anything. We have no political views whatsoever.
I can't believe you think this is a safe space when Hera is imminently about to get hit by a bus. I'm sorry. I can't get this stupid bit out of my head. I'm sorry, Hera. This podcast is haunted by a bus.
I can't remember if we were even recording when we were talking about that.
That makes it better. That makes it seem more ephemeral. This podcast is haunted by a bus.
Hey gang, remember the podcast?
Yeah, when we talk about buses. That's
Oh,
great.
Jesus
Fuck all we
Christ.
We're talking about Korean Village.
We're
Yeah.
talking about divorce.
Village of Divorces, cheering, applauding,
Village of
everything.
Divorce.
Cheering, applauding.
Then we get some more detail on what happened to Morgan. Probably not important.
Got divorced.
Nah.
She's
Yeah.
in solitary.
She is in solitary confinement for doing all that stuff she did. She didn't get killed. Surprising.
Oh, I did write down a prediction here, actually.
Yeah?
Oh.
My prediction is that Morgan Fay is going to be a Hannibal Lecter style figure when we finally get around to resolving Maya's like apprehension and probably solving some kind of mystery around.
I
this
like
thing.
that idea a lot.
Now, I
Yeah.
did read that, and I would love to know what you mean by a Hannibal Lecter figure, because I'm reading this as Morgan ate her sister.
No, in Silence of the
No,
Lambs,
in
Hannibal
the
Lecter,
yeah.
Hannibal Lecter is the figure that is used to like help the protagonist of that book/movie solve the crime. It's like a criminal being used to solve a crime, and I believe that's what Hera is referring to.
But it's been mirrored in media like
A
forever and
lot,
ever.
yeah.
Jay and I watched. Oh God, what was the Astro Boy series?
Mercury, Pluto, yeah, wrong planet.
Yeah,
Different planet.
Pluto.
Mercury.
There's a Hannibal figure in Pluto,
Really funny that I didn't know this on account of I didn't know the Hannibal Lecter thing.
but it's a fairly common trope, I'd say.
Yeah.
And so that's my prediction about Morgan Fay.
Love the predictions. Keep them coming.
I hope we do get a case where the
Wild
bad
that they
guys
bring
can-
her up at all, honestly. Some real Chekhov's gun shit.
I really liked the note you made on that as well.
I laughed so much at that.
It's really, really good.
I said, hey Chekhov, cool gun you've got there. You wouldn't use that on me though, right?
We're buddies, you and me.
We're cool.
Yeah.
The thing about Chekhov's gun is that if you identify it, it means it's not going to go off.
All right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what to avoid now.
You reached
You
into
can
the
dodge
barrel
it.
of Chekhov's gun and pulled the bullet out.
The writers of this game are like, so I started blasting.
The writers of this game love Chekhov.
They love gun.
That's their best friend.
I don't think Morgan comes up again in the entire case, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, no, the gun's on the wall now. You don't need to look at it again.
They
Don't look
shot
over
you
there
with the
anymore.
gun and then put it on the wall.
Yeah.
The thing about Chekhov's gun is that in a theater, you can just be like, you don't have to point to the fact there's a gun on the wall because people can see. But in a video game, you've got to speak directly to the player and say, "Hello, there is a gun here." Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Everything's normal. Carry on.
When does Pearl apologize? Because that's my next note.
This
Paul
is in the same
apologizes. Yeah,
conversation.
in this sequence, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry I got so mad. I'm sorry about my urn. I don't remember the rest.
I'm sorry I doubted you.
I acted
You
like
have
a
every
baby.
reason to doubt Phoenix.
If we've learned anything in this game, it's doubt Phoenix and also most people, to be honest.
Yeah, so specifically the reason that the whole divorce thing comes up is because this whole time Pearl has been like, oh, it's so great that Phoenix and Maya are together and it's fine. And then when Phoenix is like slightly blushing at something that... Oh no, it's because she can't believe
He's
that
defending
he's
Ron.
defending Ron because Maya's the victim in the case. And that's what she gets pissed off at. Later she gets pissed off also that Phoenix is blushing at Desiree. But that's why Maya starts talking about the whole thing, because she's like, Pearl has such a fucked up vision of what romantic love is on account of Korean Village Divorce Central.
It's so wild that her way of dealing that wasn't to be like, fuck all love is bollocks, but she went the other
Emo
way
phase.
and was like, I will find the perfect love.
She is
It's like,
9,
whoa.
you know?
She's gonna have
she
the most
truly is.
They
insane
put that
emo
shit
phase
on
when
Magic
she gets to
Science
11 years
Kingdom or
old.
whatever, you know? There's a lot of compulsory heterosexuality in it, I think.
Oh, so true. Good God.
Phoenix has the most out of character line in this conversation where Maya is talking about, she says that's why the whole culture of Korean Village revolves around its women. And Phoenix is like, well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God.
Who is this
So
guy?
great.
Like, I agree, but who is this?
That's like Phoenix looking directly at the camera and being like, I'm not that much of an asshole. I think that women could have power. It's Capcom looking through Phoenix.
The lawyers
directly
put
at
that one in.
Yeah.
the- Yeah, for real.
We talk about Maya's mum a little bit.
Hey, it's Misty.
This is another I heard the sound of Chekhov's gun loading.
You know, like you spoke at the beginning of the episode about seeing Maya and being like, oh, I've not seen her in ages. I saw the picture of Misty, like the little icon come up, her profile picture or whatever, and I was just like, oh my God, I haven't seen that in ages. Just a nice feeling.
Yeah.
It's funny because it looks really old-fashioned because it's an old picture, but also because it's from the first game, so it's like, oh, the art style.
Retro. But yeah, it also seems very obvious that the Misty stuff is also a Chekhov's gun for something that's going to come up later in this game.
Yeah. And they do play a little bit more in this space later on in this case as well. So there's still more to come on that. So, who went where first?
I went to the exhibition hall first to see Adrian.
I went to the detective agency.
I don't know, I did not make enough notes on this part.
I've only got like one or two things to say about Adrian. So firstly, as we've established, Adrian is not written amazingly, but it is written in this sort of idea that she's gradually improving on the person she used to be. As flawed as the writing is, it's nice to see that she's, slowly becoming fully independent.
Yeah.
But there is... When you go to the hall after the vase gets stealed, she is like so bereft and apologetic to Maya about how everything terrible has happened and it's like all her fault and everything bad that's happened is entirely because of her. And she's got this really good sprite of her looking like extremely stressed and paranoid that I really like. But I'm also just like, no, stop relapsing. You're better than
Scrunches
this.
up her book.
She's very
I feel
stressed.
like it's not her relapsing, it's her actually showing that she's stressed. Whereas before, she like doubled down on having her shit together when she was stressed, or got like really quiet and sad. I think in some ways this is the good work. She's like, I'm having a fucking crisis and everyone's gonna hear about it.
Yeah,
But
I guess that is
my
true.
thing,
I think for me it was more just like the fact that she put all the blame on herself, less
Yeah,
than
that's
the
fair,
actual
that's
stressful
fair.
part. But I think you are right. I think it is like showing that she is being more transparent with her emotional state, that she is also getting better in that regard. So that is a very good point, Devin. But yeah, then we can go
You
to
made a really good point too, Ro.
yeah, and this is why we're
at
co-hosts
us
on the
go.
podcast for Ace Attorney. Okay, now we can go to Admin Detective Agency. I've said my piece.
What happens there? We go there.
Yeah, that.
I had thoughts about Luke Atmy's sprites, specifically that it's such a small thing, but they like blend out the shading more, and it just looked like he was wearing like he'd like his mascara had run or something, and like it's fine, it's just a style, it's not bad. But I was just so distracted that's like most of my notes for this point. But there's a psyche lock.
Are you referring to the sprite where he gets like a little bit stressed and his eyes get really dark?
That one too, but there is another one which is like just one of his like normal sprites, I guess. But this is the point where there's a psyche lock.
Yes.
He can't tell us anything about how the urn was stolen, and also he didn't see anything because he'd been bonked on the head. I don't know if that came from the psyche lock or what, but
I don't fully remember the details. He does say a really good line here before you break his psyche lock, where you're talking to him about like he does mention being bonked on the head, because I think the thing he's talking about is like, do you not like recognize anything about like the shape of the person who attacked you? Did you really like not see them at all? And he says, do you remember the individual shapes of peanuts you throw to pigeons? And it brought me right back to the line Von Karma says is like, I don't remember every individual ant I've ever crushed. And I was like, yes.
absolutely
Energies,
incredible.
matching energies. I love it.
This is where you find out where Maya reveals that she didn't realize that the maggot's armor could do what it does.
Yeah, how?
Just give you that as a nice gem.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
was
just-
Pearl
I
that did the
know-
magic in it.
I know that they have to. Oh, I have so many thoughts about this. Like, I know that they needed to explain the Magatama somehow, so it's like, well, we're gonna have to just explain it to Maya then, because obviously Pearls already knows. But it's like, and the thing is I agree with it on so many levels. And like, also Maya for a lot of the time has been quite dismissive about like her own kind of like heritage and the culture of Korean village and like being responsible for that, and is technically in character. But it's so insane to me. Because she gave it to us and was like, this is important somehow and we'll help you. Please take it to Pearls to get energy.
Yeah, and
And
there's
it just absolutely sends me worse.
There's multiple parts in this where they act like Maya doesn't know anything about Korean and like the spirit channeling technique, and Phoenix keeps being like, are you sure you're gonna be the next master? And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyway, we break the locks. He tells us to go to the hideout, the Damask hideout, to read the letter that we weren't allowed to read for literally no reason.
Oh my god.
You can't just open people's mail, Hera.
It was already open.
Well,
You can't
while
just
that wife
pick
is
up
there-
people's mail and read it.
You also can't steal.
Oh, can you not do that?
So I've heard.
Stealing's fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Whoops.
If Jay said it, then I guess it's fine.
That's true.
I can believe it.
That's my role in this friendship group, is the moral compass.
What does the letter say?
Give me all your fucking money.
Give me your fucking money.
Give me your money at exactly 1 a.m.
Give me your money at 1 a.m. or else I'm going to take back
I'm gonna
the
tell
red
your wife
diamond.
on you.
I'm going to tell your wife on you. I'm going to tell everyone who you are. I'm going to steal back the thing that you took from me, which was a red diamond. And also, I hate you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
You read that,
editorializing
and then
slightly.
No, that's what it
Someone's
says.
at the door.
Ring-a-ding-ding, here he comes. Here comes the special boy.
Here's the guy we all love to see.
Like, it's a guy we all love to see, and we love how that we see him in every single one of these video games. It's Larry Butts.
Our kind of someone we know, not good friend.
It's
Just an
so
acquaintance.
funny how downgraded Phoenix felt towards Larry Butts. Because, like, you hang out with him in the first case, and he's like, yeah, he's my best friend. I'm doing this case as a favor to him because he's my best friend. And in this one, it's just like, yeah, this is Larry. I know him.
I've met him.
I'm so
before.
fucking sick of this guy.
I still think that Larry Butts is like Phoenix's in case of emergency like phone call.
Yeah.
I think that's gotta be Maya now.
She's a child!
I mean,
Imagine having to ring
She's
a 17
literally
17,
18. Isn't she 18 by this point?
Probably.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
maybe.
sure she's 18.
Still.
You
And
think
that's not
Phoenix
much
updates
better.
that shit?
That's a good point. He probably doesn't. He doesn't even have a Rolodex.
Kind of wild to think about that. But what does he even have on his desk? Nothing.
He has a phone.
Your net worth is your network.
Shut the fuck
Phoenix
up,
is flat
time.is.
fucking broke.
It's true. He only knows this one guy, and this one guy sucks.
So bad.
He's really bad in this one. Welcome to Larry.
It's funny because, like, he's been mildly annoyed by Larry for a while, but he doesn't seem that fussed about Larry being insanely creepy to every single woman he's ever talked to. But the last time we saw Larry, we found out that he was the one who stole the lunch money during the class trial, right?
Was that
Do you think
really
he's
the
literally
last
just
time we saw
downgraded him because of that? Yeah, I don't think he was in the last game.
Yeah.
So Phoenix has literally just downgraded him because of something that a fucking 7-year-old did. Like, instead of the fact that Larry is just an absolute fucking pest.
Yeah, he's a big old
Anyway,
creep.
that's my opinions on Larry Butts.
Starts talking about how much he hates women, and then makes an exception for Maya, which is creepy in a lot of different ways.
So many different ways.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think so many of his problems would be solved if he just was gay. And I don't mean problems with his character, I mean problems with his writing.
There is a line in this game, we haven't got to it yet, but I don't think any of you saw it, so I'm going to talk about it right now. It happens when you meet Larry again in the security room, so it's after the next trial, but if you present to him any, like, guy in your inventory that he doesn't know anything about, like, not Phoenix, but, like, any random guy, he says, I've tried so hard to be interested in men, but I just can't do it.
Oh my god!
Look, Phoenix, you gotta understand, I've tried really hard to be gay.
He genuinely is what he says.
I've tried so hard to be gay, but I have to be straight. It's just the disposition that I have. And it makes me so mad because I really hate women.
Okay, I've just pulled up the exact line.
God.
This is if you show him, well, one of the people you can show him for this is Goddo. I'm sure there's other options, but he says, I'm really sorry, Nick. I swear I want to change my ways. But the thing is, I just don't have any interest in men. And then Phoenix says this guy really needs to get his mind out of the gutter, which is maybe even more
What
fucking
the
telling
fuck?
than the rest of it.
That's so fucking
Huh.
wild.
Look, Phoenix, I get where you're coming from, okay? I think he's a pretty fuckable guy. But I'm sorry, I just can't.
The thing is, Phoenix is
Set
so,
my ways,
like...
Phoenix.
Phoenix is so, like, casually bisexual that he's just like, oh yeah, that must be what Larry's
Obviously.
talking about.
God, that's so fucking hilarious.
Well, unfortunately, Larry is
So he's
canonically
here.
straight. And he sure is
Tragically.
fucking here.
He's here to bring back a wallet that he found.
It's Ron's wallet.
It's Ron's wallet. There's a
And
photo
it has a
of Desiree
picture
in
of
it.
Desiree in it.
I said, the line I fucking said was him and Ron being colleagues is like when I saw Connor O'Malley and I saw the TV glow. Oh man,
Yeah.
that is...
So the wallet was found at like 1 a.m. or something.
Mm-hmm.
Great news! That means that he wasn't at the crime scene. He was at a random other place where nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened there.
We
He
love
just
an
went for his
alibi.
nightly stroll to his old job, and Larry Butts tells us to take a long, hard look at our life.
Yeah.
That's something that happens. I have no context for that, but he did that.
Well, time to go to
So we
court.
go back to the Catmy's office.
Oh yeah, we have to go see Luke at me again.
We gotta go rummage through his stuff, actually.
We get a phone call from Pearl.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's why we have to go back there.
She's been busy fucking investigating, doing all the
Well,
hard work.
she's
here.
been trying, but she got lost.
Well, she's been fucking trying. Anyway, she ended up at Luke Atby's office.
Can you come get me? I'm scared. Very reasonable on account of your
Very
name.
awful thing to hear from the 9-year-old that you let just wander around on her own.
Jesus fucking Christ. So we go there. Huh. Does something look different?
Oh, it looks exactly the same.
Weird fucking bag.
Weird fucking bag. You know
That was
what I
always
think it
that.
is?
Surely.
I think Luke Atme is just a really big fan of the bowling ball.
Yeah.
So true.
I think
looks
he
like
just
a guy
loves
who
to
can
hit up
roll,
those
let's be
lanes
honest.
and knock down those pins.
The thing about Luke at me is like you can put him in any situation and it would be funny. It's like he's just a Batman villain.
God,
He
I love to
literally
put
is.
people in
It's-
situations is the
Like,
thing.
What if
Yeah.
the Riddler like had an office job?
What if the Riddler had an office job?
I think the Riddler having an office job is why he's like that in the new Batman movies.
He probably has had an office job at some point. He does a lot of shit in the comics. So you're like, well, you gotta have a look at what's in this bag, right?
We gotta touch this guy's stuff.
Yeah, like, it's bad to open people's mail, but it's okay to open their personal belongings and root around in their garbage.
Yeah.
Like a fucking
And get your
raccoon.
fingerprints all over it.
Yes. We love to touch crime scenes. If there's anything that we've determined, we love to touch crime scenes. And for once, it's gonna work out in our favor.
So well. So well. Anyway, he shows up and we stop rooting around in his stuff.
And we don't even get a good look at it. And he says, tomorrow's trial is varied. Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime?
Don't know why
I don't
he
think
said
we
this.
should say that, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
why
know
he
what the
said this.
fuck this means.
No, I don't know what it means either.
No.
Does anyone know what this means?
I'm sure I could figure it out, and I simply don't want to.
So I know a Prince Albert is one thing, but I don't know what a Sir William is.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, who is... Whatever.
Well, William could be genitalia, I suppose. But I don't know what that has to do with anything he's even saying.
No.
Tomorrow in court, I am gonna go full frontal.
And you're like, well, why are you saying this to us? And it's because there's a really good prosecutor, apparently.
Yes.
He's fucking
It's really good,
incredible.
because literally a second before he mentioned his name, I was just like, I am so hankering to see the guy with the laser eyes.
Hell yeah.
And I was rewarded for my patience.
And this is where we find out that Edgeworth is in Europe, but for real this
He's out
time.
of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on a
He's
cultural
traveling
exchange.
abroad. He could be anywhere.
Yeah, we've learned that Canada exists. He could be in Canada. Well, actually, we haven't learned that yet.
Europe is a very big country.
Europe is a big country, and I wish that I lived there.
Apparently it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in the country.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Interesting.
According to Luke Abney, who always tells the truth.
And never lies.
That's what they say about him. Yeah.
A good
But
detective
this is insane.
never lies.
Based on information that we're going to learn like 5 minutes from now.
Yeah. I think if it's true, it's awesome.
Edgeworth leaving the country. Yeah, this guy who's never been in a courtroom before is now the best prosecutor here, I guess. Fuck it.
It's great. It's great. I love him.
Hey, who wants to go to court?
Yeah. I feel like we gotta really schmooze through this court session. Because we got a lot to talk about in the next day of
The
investigation.
problem is there's a lot to talk about in this day as well because of the new character that we're introduced to.
How do you feel about him?
Can I be real, Jay? I think this is the coolest motherfucker that's ever been in a single one of these video games.
I'm very happy
I
that
think
he's
this
living
guy
up to your
rules.
expectations.
He is so sick.
I think this guy sucks in a really good way.
Isn't that the
the
case with like
Dirty
every
Prosecutor
character that we
story.
end up liking? Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes in with this sense of like buttoned down bravado of being like the best prosecutor in the country currently. And he's just like, I have never lost a case. And my immediate reaction was, you cannot say that because you're about to lose a case. And then he was like, I've also never won a case because this is the first case I've ever done. And I was like, yes, I love that.
This guy rules, actually.
He's so good.
My notes say, look at Johnny No Losses over here. Real cock of the walk we've got today. And then my next note is the word what. With a full stop.
Like, Harry, your notes were so fucking good for this
They
one,
really
really.
were.
You did
They
not
were
miss a beat.
incredible.
Yeah, and then Phoenix is immediately like, or Maya, I can't remember who specifically, but they're like, hey, he's wearing a mask. Is he allowed to wear a mask in court? And then I, and all of my elite wisdom, was like, didn't you know that Jay wrote a whole thesis about this in the previous game? And then he immediately said, no matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. And I was like, oh, I guess he actually wrote that.
Yeah, I was a little upset. I was like, I felt so clever in the last game, and then they were like, you fucking idiot. What if we just made it text this time? Find some more interesting subtext, to which I said, I don't know how. And Devin said, what if this whole game is about people who love too much? And I said, fuck.
I love this. This is great.
So wonderful.
So we get this guy and we're like, well, I guess his gimmick is that he acts like he's really smart, but he's kind of stupid with it. But in a
He's just
cool way.
He's so
Bro, I
fucking
love it.
suave.
And then we get Gumshoe out, and then we reveal the second gimmick of Godot. It's coffee.
It's coffee.
This guy fucking loves coffee. And you know what someone who likes coffee gets? A fucking sick soundtrack is what they
It's
get.
so
It's
good.
so like this entire like short sequence is so flawless. Everyone shuts the fuck up because the judge asks Mr. Godot if he's okay for the trial to continue. He is completely silent. A saxophone starts playing in the background. And then a coffee crisply slides into his hand from off screen, and he smells it and sniffs it, like absorbing the aroma and the smell and the taste, and he's just like, by the way, I'm the coolest motherfucker any of you have ever seen.
He says, blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee.
Gal, you burnt those beans.
Yeah, he did that wrong.
You did that wrong.
But every time I have my, like, fucking, freshly ground cafetiere coffee in the morning, I'm like, this is the energy I am trying to channel.
It's really funny.
So
The
fucking
idea
good.
that he's been drinking coffee like this, but the entire time he's just been fucking up. I'm at blend number 107. I still haven't quite figured it out yet.
108 times the charm.
That's why there's 108
So true.
Coffee
ways to
truly
save
is like
money.
that.
It's a very
Yeah,
important.
each one of these
yeah.
different coffee blends was him
Whoa.
trying to skimp back on the price of coffee, so he's been mixing it with dirt.
Gumshoe says the line, it fits his MO to a T, which I feel like is like, that hits different for British players, because it's like, oh, you're doing an MOT thing.
It's true. Secret additional British joke for British people.
Ministry of
Yeah.
Transport. The bus comes back,
Translation
baby.
team really did that work.
For any non-British listeners, it's like a vehicle inspection that you have to have done every year.
Yeah. I genuinely forget what a lot of the plot beats are for this part of the case, because I think I was still doing this section on my first day. The only bit I need to talk about is there's a bit in this where you have to examine a picture that you were given earlier in the case of Master Mask walking out of the basement where the urn was stolen. And you're supposed to be like, what's fucked up here? And I was like, it's got to be something to do with the goo. No one has mentioned the goo at all, and it's making me lose my mind. What's the deal with the pink goo on the floor? It's like one of the most obvious things, but no one seems to
Just
give a shit
regular
about
blood.
it.
No one cares.
It's not the goo.
Yeah.
No one cares about the goo except for me. I'm the only...
Nobody even care about the goo. It's so sad.
Nobody
We-
even
we know
cares
it's
about
paint.
my
Two
goo.
kind of clue.
It's pain, asshole.
It's still fucking weird. It does end up being important to the case, but not until tomorrow.
Yeah, but not for ages, and because of that, I had no idea what I wanted to click on. And to be honest, the thing you have to click on is the brooch that's supposed to be around Master Mask's neck. But to be honest, I genuinely did not remember that was supposed to be there, and I had no idea what I was supposed to click, so I did have to
Maya
look
gets
this
a
one up.
special picture right before the trial from the people selling shit outside. It's very similar to the Steel Samurai thing. I think the thing about this is like, do you remember the shit that you did last game? Did you even play last game? No? Well, then it doesn't make a lot of fucking sense. But if you do, you might be able to put two and two together.
Well, it's more just like, if I looked at the two pictures side by side, it would have still taken me a minute to realize the difference, even though
Yeah.
the brooch is very big and obvious. And it's also very, very tight with the space you're supposed to be clicking, because I clicked, like, around where the brooch area was, and I didn't get it, but I did have to look that one up. But I imagine I would have gotten very frustrated if I didn't, so...
I'm glad you brought this up because it is fairly early on this case, and Goddo goes fucking insane about this brooch, and it's really funny as an introduction to this man.
It's great. It's like everything he says is he's trying so hard to sound as cool as he can, and the thing is, it's kind of working on me.
Is that the line where he's like talking about his metallic
He
girlfriend?
calls it his
Yeah.
metallic girlfriend, and he also keeps talking about how it's got hickeys on it, by which he means fingerprints. It's really funny.
Everything he says is a
I
metaphor.
love a weird guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a metaphor for what if you had something wrong with you?
Yes.
Brackets,
Um,
complimentary. Like, don't get me wrong.
This was the first point of all the games so far where I had to think about what I was supposed to do rather than
Oh,
just
damn it, I'm so
muscle
sorry.
memory my way through. But thankfully, I think I'm just tuned in enough to the Ace Attorney bollocks from just years of playing it that I knew what they were asking before, even if I didn't know exactly what it was. So I got through okay. It wasn't great, but we got through okay.
Hair problems.
It was at this point I started counting the coffees that Godo was getting slid over to him. That's what...
This will be relevant later.
It will be.
Also, this is such a stupid side thing, but Goddo is like one of the main reasons I ever read Samuel Beckett. And Samuel Beckett, if you've never read his plays, are fucking deranged and like, what the hell is going on? They're both pointless and bleak and funny all at once.
That's all
And
you need.
that changed me as a person reading those plays. So this guy's responsible for a lot of bollocks.
Every day,
that I've got
we
up to in my
find new
life.
influences that Ace Attorney has had on Devon and I.
So true. I can't even remember why, but we just basically accused Luke like almost straight away. There's like 5 minutes of the case, and we're just like, you know what? Here's another character we've met. He's probably responsible.
Well, he comes out to do his testimony, and we're like, well, it's kind of convenient that you were there, and you don't know anything that happened, because you apparently got hit on the head. But, like, it could easily have been you, huh?
And it's really funny that his testimony, because he's still, like, presenting himself as this perfect, flawless, best-in-the-world detective, and his testimony is, well, I did this awesome stakeout to catch the criminal, and I immediately got bludgeoned over the head and got knocked unconscious.
I'm so cool.
I'm so, like, while I did it, I was still, like, so cool about it the whole time.
This is one of the options, this is one of the times at which, I feel like there was fanfiction, because there's a line where Maya says about Godot and, Atme, and she says they'd either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off, and I was like, now that's a dynamic that I know about.
We've got to fulfill our obligation. Someone look it up.
36 of them.
That's not nothing.
It's pretty impressive.
Not nothing.
There is a market out there for that rapper.
Yeah. And I understand it.
Yeah.
There's another one that's going to come up later, though, that I understand a bit more.
I also understand that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is understanding going on.
We accused Luke of stealing the urn, and I don't know, some bollocks is going on after that where we probably don't have any evidence until beautiful wife lady shows up.
Beautiful wife lady.
She's been doing her own investigation. Desiree Delight shows up, following all the laws of evidence.
So true.
And she's found the urn in a bag in Luke Atme's office. Also, this is where I put the note, can she be a PI? Can she be the co-protagonist in the journalism game? Because Lotta and Desiree going around solving crimes would be fucking sick.
It's true.
And I can't wait to make this game happen.
Yeah.
Capcom, this is our pitch.
What
Well,
We
about...
know
things
you don't
go
like
off.
writing women, but the thing is we'll do it for you.
Yeah, and the thing is like, both of them will commit crimes. But it's fine because they're not lawyers.
It's fine because they're
Yeah.
women.
There is one thing that Godot says earlier that I thought was really, really funny, where some point during this testimony he says to err is to human to err is to human to err is human to forgive divine, and I thought that was so funny because that's just basically him saying, Your Honor, it would be so nice if you let him go. It'd be so nice and good if you just went easy on him. To forgive is divine. Oh, and also he threw his coffee mug.
I think, doesn't that happen?
That happens before Desiree shows up.
Yeah, it does.
There's a bit where Luke gets threatened with a perjury, which is like, what are we even doing here? Like, no one cares about perjury.
Yeah, I think we both made notes on this.
We all
Hannah.
do a bit of perjury.
Yeah.
We literally just had a case where Phoenix himself did perjury.
It's fine.
Thing is we all go to the court and we all get our nervous lying energy
Yeah.
out, and then the true cross-examination can
Yeah.
begin.
Yeah.
Our client just did perjury.
Yeah, but it's because he didn't know they would believe him.
Speaking of things that are definitely legal, Desiree shows up with the urn and is like, I found this in his house and so I've stolen it back and here it is and I definitely am not lying. And Godot is like, how the fuck are we supposed to know that?
But it's fine because we ransacked someone's bag yesterday.
Yeah, this is a good one. The trick is that the fingerprints on the urn are Phoenix's.
We touched
Because
that
everyone
shit.
else in this case wears gloves.
It was really funny because I was in call with Hera while I was doing this part of the case, and I did just say, Hera, who am I supposed to select for this one? And then I just started voicing them out loud in my head, and as soon as I started voicing them out loud, I was like, oh shit, it's Phoenix. Sometimes
Someone else was in call who has not played these games.
it was really funny.
They said they're yours and left call immediately.
What the fuck?
It was ominous portent from our friend Alice being like, hey, I have no idea what's going on, but I know all of the answers.
They got a download from God.
Yeah.
Thank you, God. And my friends.
Thank you, God. I'm always saying this.
The urn, by the way, has been fixed.
Oh, it looks so nice now. Weird.
It
That's
looks like
so strange.
It looks like shit.
No, it's just got pink speckles on it. But it says
the
Amy now, and
original
it's all been
picture
put
of it? That
together
looked
like
like shit.
correctly and not fucked up. Sorry
It's
to
so
tell.
funny that nobody thinks it looks like shit now.
It doesn't. It looks great.
It looks like a complete fucking mess. It looks like someone
Exactly.
spat a bunch of chewing gum all over it.
is
It's
true.
fashion.
It is so true.
It's fashion.
It wasn't glue that held it together, it was chewing gum.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Ugh.
Let's talk about other things. So the urn has our fingerprints on it. So I guess Luke stole it.
Well,
huh?
Luke has this very cool breakdown
Luke
that we talked about.
immediately breaks
Yeah.
down, yeah.
It's so good. The breakdown is it's genuinely one of the best ones. Like, I think the only breakdown better than this is probably, if I'm remembering right, I really liked Gant's.
Struck by lightning, 10,000-volt attack.
Struck by lightning was really fucking good, but this guy just, like, his
What about
face.
Matt on guard's self-mutilation?
Oh, yeah, that was also really good.
He says the best line during his breakdown, which is, "Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown."
It's like literally a Sideshow Bob monologue when he gets found out at the end of a Simpsons episode. It's so fucking funny.
So fucking great. And then there's lots of post-trial chat in the courtroom, and then someone's like, "Hey, what's Luke Atney doing?" And Godot says, "He's still in the lobby laughing insanely, Your Honor." It's just...
Well, Ron doesn't give it up immediately. Ron wants to go to jail.
Yeah, he fucking did it. He's so insistent.
One wants to be punished for everything he's done because he is a child full of guilt that has yet to be processed.
And Phoenix is like, "Shut the fuck up, Ron. Your Honor,
Yeah.
please just pass
Yeah.
judgment before my client says anything else."
Yeah, it's really funny coming straight off of 2-4 where Edgeworth is like, "I've taught you the secret technique of how you must get to the truth of all things. This is the only way to live a fulfilling life." And then Phoenix is like, "Shut the fuck up, Ron. We're just getting to judgment right now. I don't care about anything else." And it would have solved him a lot of angst if he didn't fucking do that, because as soon as we leave the courtroom, Goddo is like, "Just kidding, I'm arresting him for murder now." And it's really fun. It's a fun structure.
It is
so
good.
fucking fun. We also have the beginning of the second rare ship of this series.
Yes!
Which is Goddo calling Ron a good boy.
Yes.
Godot really knows the secret source of this, which is sometimes to win a case, you've got to lose a case.
I thought you were going to say sometimes to win a case you've got to flirt with a twink.
That's true.
So true.
So true.
Only 10 works in Ron Delight x Goddo.
That's madness.
And wrong. That's so fucked up.
That is fucked. Devin, you got to get on
Did
that.
Not stop flirting. All right. Sure.
Back to the
I
drawing
know, I
board.
can write some things. Also, Phoenix just says to Ron that Desiree thinks he's delusional about all of this, which is kind of fucked.
Really funny in retrospect.
Yeah.
This guy cannot convince anyone of anything.
Desiree shows up again to say that she hates criminals, I think.
Yeah, she's still here after that whole thing, and she's like, "Hey, what the fuck? He definitely didn't kill anyone. He's so meek. He could never do that."
He couldn't harm a fly, even though he does have a sonic blast. This is also the first time that Godot does a spit take, and I really like the fact that his visor changes shape to make him look more startled.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, we get to see front-facing Godot. It looks pretty good.
The front-facing Godot sprite is probably one of the first front-facing lawyer sprites that's really, really good.
They
He
learned how
doesn't
to
look
do
any
it.
less cool.
He's got like the anime evil one tooth grin
It's
thing going on.
so good.
great.
It's really good. That's probably like my favorite sprite in this entire case, is that shit-eating grin. Actually, no, that's not true. It's got to be Luke looking crazy. This is a very close second, though.
He says, "It's really funny you just proved that he was at the security office, because last night at the security office, a guy was killed."
It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged.
Ruthless. The entire thing, supposedly, was a setup, or at least a backup plan, where if Godot didn't successfully win this trial, the fact that he wouldn't win would secure his victory for the next one by making him lose his potential alibi for being a murderer.
It's fun.
It's so good.
Fucking wild. It's so good.
It's such a good setup.
It's really good. It rules.
It's really good.
Godot also says, "I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you."
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in this case that implies that Godot knows Phoenix, and there's also something that happens at the very end that made it seem like he knows Mia as well. But, like, I'm gonna be real, I have no fucking clue who this guy could be.
I have a very loose prediction.
Are you allowed to elucidate? Or are you gonna keep that one in your pocket?
We'll get to it later.
Okay, cool.
but it's very loose.
Yeah, there are not many
The thing
people...
about Hera's very loose theories is that sometimes she's like,
thinking
this is
this.
such a loose theory, and then writes 500 words that exactly predicts the rest of the case, and I'm like, fuck me. Like, what the fuck?
That's probably what's gonna happen.
I'm saying
We
that
have a
now
very
so that I
limited
can
pool
say
of characters to
nothing
choose
later, you know?
He's the bellboy from the hotel. But yeah, this setup is awesome. And then on day 2, we head back to the law office, talk a bit more about the urn. And this is the plot where Paul says she's going to take the urn back to the village, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And and this is also the part where they make it look like Maya killed someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one line that Phoenix says in this where, because Godot's alibi relied on him getting knocked out by the 7-branch sword. But then the fact that at me getting knocked out by the 7-branch sword, but then the fact that he is supposed to be guilty means that he did it to himself and the sword got bent. And Phoenix says, well, looked like he ended up the bent one after he turned out to be the thief. I don't think he's allowed to say that.
Phoenix, well, he is bisexual.
I need him to admit that
Damn.
openly, Jay.
He basically said it to Larry, and Larry's like, I'm so sorry that I'm straight. Larry was doing that fucking bowing shit.
You can try and hook people up with men without being bisexual.
You can, but he was like, it's so obvious to me that Larry should be attracted to men, and I just feel like you only get there by knowing your own self, you know?
Oh, I counted 10 coffees during that trial, by the way.
Thank you for keeping track.
You know he's buzzing.
It's
He's
fuel.
gonna
It's fuel for his
It's
visor.
like crazy.
He's gonna piss like a racehorse. I went to the exhibition hall first, and there was only one thing of comment in there anyway.
I think I went to the hideout
the hideout.
first. Yeah.
The hideout was actually where I went last, I think.
JD, do you have any notes on that?
No. My first note after I forgot they happened. I forgot they straight up forget. Bad writing. What happened in 2-2 and imply Maya killed that guy, and then my next note is stop being a fucking freak, Larry, which is sometime later.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Should we go to the hideout first then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any notes for this other than the Maximilian Pegasus note.
I said, in response to Desiree saying, my Ronnie is too much of a pathetic wink to harm another soul, I said, get his ass in a mech suit, it would change him.
No! Don't make him Shinji! Please!
I can't not!
cope.
It's too real, it's
Keep
too
the boy
bad.
out of a mech suit!
Famously, the thing that happened to Shinji in that is that he became less of a whip.
Yeah. I mean, he killed a lot of people.
He did kill a lot of people, but he was a wimp about it also. You can
That is true.
multitask.
But it did change him, you can't deny that.
It sure did change him.
The only difference
my notes
between...
from this section.
Oh, sorry, go on, Devin.
No, I want to
Go
hear
ahead.
what the
No,
difference
it's fine.
between...
Okay, the only difference between Shinji and Ron that I can immediately point out is that I don't feel like Ron needs estrogen to fix him.
You're right, this is true.
Oh god, that's so funny.
Would you like to follow this, Devon?
But also, there's the line where Desiree says it's not. No, Phoenix says it's not that hard to imagine him snapping and screaming, "Please die," which I'm pretty sure is something Shinji literally
That's
does.
my fucking note. That's literally what I was like about to say. Oh my god, I have so many thoughts about this because like Phoenix's whole thing is like, I trust my fucking clients. They would never do that, even when they're completely out their fucking minds. They would never kill somebody. He's defending a guy who's like, who he, in his own words, is saying he could just kill someone.
Maybe he
anyone.
would.
What the fuck has happened? Oh my god.
Phoenix learns and grows from his previous cases every single day.
Yeah, he does those cases. He was like, that was pretty fucked up. I'm gonna double down on the bollocks that I do.
As long as I don't stop fucking winning.
Yeah, it's working for him.
Yeah. There's also a mention of a milk grenade. I don't know if anyone else saw this line.
Oh. I saw this in your notes and was very
Me
confused.
too.
But...
I think this is when you talk to Desiree about Godot, Desiree is like, oh, I really don't like that man accusing my Ronnie of all of these awful things. And then Phoenix says, yeah, and he also threw a coffee grenade at me. And then Maya says, you know what, Phoenix, for the next trial, we should prepare some milk grenades of our own. And I was like, I really don't like that.
No, I don't like that either.
Maybe they've still got all that milk from the Maximilian Galactica trial.
Oh, that's true. I think they should have, like, what is it? Spagberti grenades instead. That'd be much better. Also, during this scene, we find out about why Ron... Oh, Jesus, Hecate. Oh, okay.
You're very loud.
Small cat
mute.
cameo.
Yeah, that one came through Discord, which is rare.
We learn about why Ron and Desiree love each other so much. So Desiree was held at like knife point or something. It wasn't really clear where she worked, I don't think, but the place was getting robbed, and Ron like saved her by just screaming and waving his arms around and saying please stop it or something to that effect. And she was like, he's so brave, and you know, he defended me and it was so good. And there's not a lot of like happy couples in this series.
That is
I
true.
think we have yet to encounter one. And, like, it's just so refreshing that even though they're both kind of doing questionable shit, they just love each other so much. And I think that's fucking great.
We've uncovered the solution, which is do more questionable shit and then have a good
Yeah,
relationship.
do more crimes, be in love.
Yeah.
Everyone says relationships are built on trust. I say that they are built on breaking the law.
So true.
Desiree says she's fine with thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
She
as
just
well.
doesn't like cowards.
So she doesn't like criminals. She's fine with thieves.
Stealing not a crime.
I don't think so.
Stealing is the most
Alright.
honorable crime. Robin Hood did it, and everyone loves that guy.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's so many films about that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
But instead of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, what if you stole from the rich and gave all the money to your cool wife?
Yes.
What if you killed the CEO? Kind of based.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Oh, yeah.
In a video game. I'm only talking about a video game.
Yes. I love talking about fictional crimes and not real ones.
Every time I thought about this happening, I was like, oh man, it's kind of fucked up that this guy died. And then I was like, oh wait, they were a CEO. In a video game.
Maya even says, like, I just don't really care about this fucking guy.
It's so fucking funny.
And the narrative really doesn't care about this guy either.
So Desiree gives you like directions to the security place that Ron and Larry and Old Bag all work at together as a family. And you go to the CEO's office, and one of the first things that Maya does is it says, wow, look at that big comfy chair. I'm gonna go sit on that big comfy chair. And she sits in it and gives Phoenix a bunch of orders, like make me a coffee, build all my food. And then Phoenix is just like, hey Maya, a guy like literally just died in that like near that chair, maybe in that chair, I don't know. And then she screams and then says, oh sorry Nick, I genuinely completely forgot about that guy. He just left absolutely no impression on me whatsoever.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Awesome.
So bad.
I didn't go to the security next. I procrastinated. I went literally everywhere else.
I didn't have much notes on anywhere else, to be honest. The thing I had to say about the exhibition hall is mostly that I was still mad that no one was talking about the goo, and also I was mad that Phoenix... There was a line when Phoenix is examining all of the stuff from Korean Village where he says, no wonder nobody likes museums, and I really, really, really wanted to pull out all of his fingernails one by one.
No.
Don't like that.
If you talk to Adrian, you find out she's lying to you.
Oh yeah, you do find that out here.
Because she very obviously broke the urn but won't tell you about it. And because for whatever reason Pearl took the urn away, we can't sort that out right now.
She had to go check if it's real. But it is real.
She could have
She did fucking
left us
break
with
it.
like a photo or something. So the security Gumshoe's there. Maya is like a mocking Gumshoe by taking on his like affectations.
I don't think it's mocking, I think it's cute. The buddies.
She does like an impression of him earlier on in the case, and that's
Okay,
why I thought
that's
she was
mocking.
mocking him.
That's mocking.
I thought this was just the continuation of that, but it ends in them like establishing a rapport that they've never had before, really.
Yeah, because Phoenix comments on that, right? And I think, actually, the last time those two interacted was when Maya was kidnapped, so I don't know if they just, like, had a bit more time, and she kind of sees him as, like...
Not completely
more important to her
incompetent.
now. I don't know.
But it works in our favour because it makes Gumshoe more willing to tell us all the details of what happened to her.
He's completely stopped pretending to not give us evidence now. He just does it. He can't be fired. Why would he not give us evidence?
Well, he
Why
also
would
doesn't
not
really
give his
hold
friends
Godot in the
evidence?
same level of esteem as he does 1 Miles Edgeworth. He's just like, man, that Godot, he's good at his job and kind of scary. Okay, now can we talk about the CEO's office?
Sure, yeah.
This place looks like it's in a spaceship, and the layout of it upsets me. What we're looking at here, I can visualize it perfectly, I'm rotating it in my mind, is a, like, solid steel box like a slightly greebled solid steel box with a wooden desk and like a carpet and a big yellow safe and then a bunch of sliding shelves controlled by a panel. This doesn't look like a CEO's office. I don't know what this looks like, but it made me feel like I was on a spaceship or an elevator or something. Also, there's a big red button on the wall. If you have a security button on a wall, you don't put it behind where you're sat, and you don't put it in obvious view of every single person in the room, no matter where they are.
Yeah, there's a reason they put those under desks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like you're really not navigating a 3D environment, and so they have to make some insane choices.
Yeah, I think it, like, it's partially that, but then it's also like they want to shove so much flavor into a tiny little space. And I'm just like, this could just be a guy's office. Why is he like trapped in a prison cell?
Well, we need a big scary button for hitting it reasons.
We need a big scary button for hitting it reasons. That part's obvious, but like the metal box is concerning. I feel like I'm inside of a submarine.
Well, that's just any office.
My office is nice.
The design element of this room I think really works is the bookcases, because like Caden Bullard, is that the name?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't think
It
that's
doesn't
a pun
matter,
or
but
anything.
just wanted to get it out there. He likes collecting information.
Yes.
I don't remember if we get it here, but he likes to blackmail other people. He's just in it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
And so he likes to collect information on other people. And so he has so much of this information that he can't have regular bookcases. He's got the like fancy,
The crankable bookcases.
the crankable bookcases.
It's usually a crank. He's got a pad.
Well, it's high tech. This place is a state of the art. And boy howdy, is there another room here that we're gonna get to that is fucking crazy.
Yeah, this isn't even the crazy room. I just think this room is strange.
One of my university libraries had those bookcases, and they were really scary.
Yeah, me too.
What, because you could get crushed between them?
You can get crushed
Yeah.
between them, and there's other people who will move them. If it was just in my office, I'd be like, well, no one's gonna come in here and crush me, smile.
Yeah. The university library I'm in that I have now is fine and normal. It doesn't have those. Also, like, something I associate with the crankable bookshelves is like they're always in a room with like really bad lighting. But anyway, this room has great lighting. So
Seems like it would cause you a lot of eye strain to be working in this room for 8 hours a day. Or like 20 hours a day, considering this guy was here at 1 in the morning. No one ever mentions that it was weird that he decided to come here at 1 in the morning. I know that it's because he was luring someone there for the purposes of blackmail, but like 1 in the morning?
Yeah.
You know, that's the time of day where all the shady deals happen.
Anyway, this guy died, blunt force trauma. We don't know what the murder weapon is, doesn't matter.
Shout outs to blunt force trauma.
We don't know exactly how he died, doesn't matter. We do know he was in the safe, that's important. That's it. Gumshoe, give us anything?
Gumshoe doesn't give us
File
anything.
that we get
Yeah, that file.
has prices for some things.
Yeah, that file is interesting, mainly because I don't know if it's just my bad memory, which it usually is, like 99% of the time. I don't remember that file actually being used anywhere in the case.
No, I think it's a red herring.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like, oh, why did he steal something that was worthless when all this other stuff was worth stuff? But then you look at the stuff and it wasn't actually worth that much. But it seems like it was the price gotten for selling the things that Master Mask was stealing or something like that. It probably
It
was.
might just be the case where like there's a contradiction that has multiple answers, and that might just be
Yeah, it
note
could
one
be.
that we just never picked.
Could be. But yeah, I don't think you get anything from here except that he does tell you to go down to the security office. And folks, if there's one thing you're gonna know, it's that we all really like the security office.
I don't like this room.
We all love we love the people who are in here and work here, and we love the office.
Room is like sensory overload hell.
This is what when you watched like kid shows in the early 2000s, they would have so many like moving assets that looked like this. Because there was a lot of shows that were themed after spy shit, and they would always have dumb stuff that looked like this that didn't make any sense. And the thing you'll notice about this room is that not only does it have all this dumb, like, high-tech security stuff, like sonar and LiDAR and radar and, like, 2 different audio waves being processed at the same time, and I think they're playing, like, 3 different versions of Pokemon Green and Red in the top left there. And they've got,
Oh my god, you're so right.
9 different security monitors, one of which looks like it's playing Tetris. And they've got the HAL 9000 on the left wall. There's glowing circles in the floor. There's 2 different big levers There are maybe 3 different what look like naval monitors, and then like there's also cameras on the direct desk that they're working with, which they have taken the liberty of eating food off of this whole time, which is awesome.
Why is Old Bag's like lunch set on the desk if she's on a holiday?
That's her cup that she keeps in the office. That's excusable. That's her bag that isn't her lunch. It's just lunch themed.
Okay.
It's just a lunch themed bag.
Old Bag works here, by the way.
Old Bag works here. Old Bag is Larry's supervisor. Or senior officer or whatever.
She doesn't have the outfit anymore, but she does apparently still have the ray gun.
Yes. I'm so glad that she kept that. That's so good. Like, the ray gun wasn't actually part of the uniform. That was mine.
I don't want to talk about the timelines here because Rondelite gets fired from KB Security 6 months ago.
Yes.
2-4 happens 7 months ago. So Old Bag gets fired from the hotel and gets the new job here.
I think, Hera,
You think she was working here the whole time?
Yeah, because I think she was security from here that was hired to work at the hotel. Like, because the whole thing is they're a security firm that sends out security staff to work at events.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Also, something about the way this room is laid out, it makes it seem like there is a person that does, or maybe like more likely a team of people, that do like the main asset that makes up the bulk of the scene. And then there's the other people that put the very obvious clues and interaction points over it. Because I'm just looking at the way that Old Bag's big stupid poster is covering like 5 different monitors and 2 different sonar scanners. And I'm just like, yeah, there's no way that would be just there like that if this were anywhere. And I really like to think that the original prompt for this was just like, design a security room that just has everything. Everything you could possibly think of.
It really feels like there's definitely this thing that happens when you're doing art, you're having a good time, and then you just like watch something that is a bit different to what you usually engage with, and you're like, I need to change my entire fucking style or I'm gonna die. And it just feels like this is the result of that. They watched like Tron and they got really fucking red. We're like, okay, gotta make a sci-fi room.
Yeah. For sure.
So great. I love to see it. It's the shit I would have got really furious about as a teenager and probably did, where it's like, this looks different, this doesn't look familiar, and then now I'm like, I get it. I truly get it.
Do you know what it is to me, Devin, that really brings it together? It's the circles in the floor.
Of all of the different what things. What are they for?
What, like, there is no reason for any of those. What are those, exhaust pipes?
Teleportation pads.
Trip hazards. You gotta be too about trip hazards.
Yeah, they're Star Trek transporters.
Yeah, it's some crystal maze-looking bullshit.
It really is. It's really, really
so
good.
So deranged. It's so great.
Guys, we've got to talk to the guy who works here.
Larry fucking Cyclops us. This motherfucker.
He sucks.
He sucks. Larry sucks. It's funny that he loves to eat all of his food and not do his job and eat all of his food over his security desk. He literally says, like, oh, I've spilled a bunch of chocolate milk all over this thing and it's fine. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. They're really high-tech and they don't break. But he is a layabout that does not do his job. And that's probably a bad thing when he's, like, in charge of all the security for the building. But it's an important thing to make note of for later.
Yeah.
Works in our favor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Would Kane be alive if Larry was doing his job? Interesting question.
Yeah, maybe Larry was born to do jack shit.
No, because the alarm goes off after Kane dies.
Yeah, but he's also got all these security monitors that he wasn't watching.
Oh, well.
They do say at one point that there's
effect.
like a security camera in every single room of the building, so yeah.
Larry killed a guy.
Larry killed a guy.
Larry killed a guy.
Like literally, unambiguously, Larry's incompetence got a guy killed.
It's like how the real villains in the first case of this game was the people who built the fucking electricity to like that and then let it just decay until it was going to kill somebody.
Okay, maybe Devon's theme is that this is about love, but maybe the real theme is that this is about health and safety violations.
Yeah.
It could be both.
It could be both.
If people loved health and safety violations as much as they loved their not quite girlfriends or whatever, be a different world. Is the thing.
A wife is technically a not quite girlfriend.
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Hera said, Larry has a psyche lock. Our good acquaintance, Larry Butts, is lying to us. I just find it a really funny detail that like we already have the evidence because he gave it to us, and that's what we used to break the psyche lock.
He's very stupid.
So great.
He's very stupid.
He's so silly. He's just a silly, kooky guy. Don't worry about it.
He
Yeah.
says a bunch of bullshit
steps on
that we
that
don't need
line.
to talk about.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about any of the other stupid stuff he says. By the time this conversation ended, I really, really, really wanted to run him over with my car.
Yeah, fam.
When will the bus of Providence come for Larry Soul?
It's true.
So his whole thing is that he didn't hear when the CEO alarm went off because he was out getting the wallet. I think that's it, right?
That's it. Let's go see our favorite wife guy.
Yeah, we're going to jail.
We're going to jail. This keeps happening to us. We keep getting in trouble and go to jail in the middle of a podcast.
Sorry, I just noticed that Rose's first note is just, hey, baby girl. That really got me.
He's so baby girl.
He is so baby girl. And I don't use that term lightly.
He's the most baby girl to ever do it.
For real. I don't remember what kind of information he informs us of. There is one funny bit where if you show him the security alarm, he says something about how you shouldn't sound it and it would be scary if it happened. And then Maya's just like, sorry, teehee.
I think we get quite a lot in this interaction.
Yeah, we get a flashback of what happened when Ron went to the office. He gets fucking smacked.
He walks into his boss's
Battered.
office dressed as Mask to Mask.
We do not know that.
We know this.
We literally do not know that.
I knew it.
God came to her in a vision.
There is a shadow that looks exactly like Luke Happy.
This is so funny because they show you this like so many times, and it's like it takes literally less than anyone for a second for their brain to just be like, "Oh, that's Luke," because the silhouettes in all of these games are like one of the most distinctive things. And yeah, even like an hour later, when it actually comes down to it, they're still like, "There's only one person it could have been. Select from one of 20 people you believe that it could have been." And I was like, man, it would be really funny if I picked Desiree right now.
God, it would have. You know how earlier I was like, oh, now I'm rotating the universe where Adrian was the bad guy in my head. Well, now I'm rotating the universe where Desiree was the bad guy in my head.
I was really suspicious of Desiree.
Yeah,
And
I was like, there's no way
It's because,
she's
like,
not
she
like.
says there's like a key point in this case where they're like, it takes 30 minutes to get from the security place to the department store as like a way that you can't be in two places at once. But Desiree says it takes 20 minutes by bike, and I'm like, you can't just say that. That cannot not be important.
It did increase her total sus points.
Does her bike have missiles on the back of it to make it go faster? Maybe that's why the missile is there.
Strapped
do.
herself to a torpedo.
Doesn't come up again.
Nope.
Sorry, Desiree, I was in the wrong on this one.
Can't
She
believe
is
you doubted
she
the
is
wife.
literally the red herring.
The thing about Desiree is she wasn't the perfect femme girly, and therefore she can't be the criminal.
Right,
So,
yeah.
She wasn't
as
ooh
established in the
enough
last
with it.
case.
But do you know who is ooh enough with it is her husband.
It's true.
And he does do crimes.
He's like, I got bashed over the head, and then I woke up, and then I came to, and I was like, hey, there's a body in this room. I'm gonna put them in the safe in the corner.
Jesus fucking Christ, the most unhinged thing
I'm gonna
can do.
cram this hot fresh
Ron,
corpse into
you
a box.
fucking idiot.
That is completely insane.
What is your damage?
It's okay though. He was wearing gloves.
You fucked up so bad.
Ron, wake up from your coma. You fucked up big time. Now fuck up some more by stuffing this body into a box. Also, like, really macabre thing to do to someone who just died.
Oof. So grim.
Also, like, when you're actually in the CEO's office for the first time, you can see the outline of his body collapsed out the safe. And when you examine this, Maya's first assumption is that that's where his body was found, and the reason he died is because his legs got crushed by the safe door. Which is so much more
so
fucked up than just
horrible.
blunt force trauma.
I think there's a similar line in Rise from the Ashes when Emma sees the outline of the body in the boot of the car because it's half hanging out.
Yeah, I
and
think
she
you might
says
be
something
right.
Similar. Weird joke to call back to, but okay.
Well,
It's not even a callback,
Yeah.
right?
Wait,
It's
it
a
must be
cool
the other way round.
forward.
It's a forward.
It's a
Yeah.
forward back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Emma's calling back to. That's so fucking insane. Jesus Christ.
The references.
Ron also tells us that he was being blackmailed.
Yeah.
Not
Another time.
Yeah, so
what
we know about
someone
the
was
blackmail
sending
letter.
him plans
Hmm.
to carry out thefts.
So we were
And he
aware
was
of
like,
one letter,
sounds good.
and it turned out that he had been receiving letters for a while now. There's also a point in this conversation where you ask him, hey, did your boss have any enemies? And he's like, oh yeah, tons. It turns out he was actually running a blackmailing racket. Sorry, I didn't mention this. He loves to blackmail people.
Yeah. We get new music in this section as well, which is really weird.
Real plinky plonky shit.
It's good music, but I don't understand why it's here.
Yeah.
Doesn't play again. It's very strange. Like, maybe it's going to come up later again. I don't know. So yeah, we used to find out he almost got caught the first time around, and he just like changed into his work uniform. Is that we find that out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get a lot here.
Yeah.
And I think he even acknowledges that, like, Luke figured him out, like, immediately.
Yeah, because his
But then he just
his
says
setup
nothing
was
else about
stupid
it.
as hell. Like, he gives you the newspaper clipping for the first thief that Master Mass did. And it's literally like Luke standing in an alleyway and Ron behind him in his security guard uniform. And he was like, I just stole the gem, and then I hid it in a bin nearby and changed into my security guard uniform, and he never suspected me. And then Phoenix is immediately like, that's dumb as hell.
Alright, that's it.
Next.
Go to trial.
No? It's not time for trial.
We're gonna go see...
Yeah, we've got to break Adrian's Cyclock open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really matter.
I was still so convinced at this point that Adrian was masterminding this whole thing. I needed it to be true
I wish.
so bad. I wish.
I can't
The
wait
thing,
for your
I had been
50,000
going
AU
insane
fic,
up to this
Jay.
point because, like, there's very clearly something going on with the urn and the paint, and it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it comes up for, like, the first and last time here. Because Pearl comes back, right?
Yeah, and she's like, hey guys, I just went to Korean Village and put the urn back, and they all said, yep, that's the urn. That's the one.
It's real.
It's real.
That's one that's definitely the same and unchanged.
And then we go through this whole sequence with Adrian that reveals that the reason the urn is not in the same broken state it was when Pearl broke it last year is that she dropped it. She did a clumsy trip and she dropped it in a bucket of paint, which is pretty clumsy.
She, like, tripped with it, broke it, and then managed to drop everything in the paint in a separate clumsy
true.
incident. And there's, like, specific art
She
for
had a
these
whole
moments.
Three
It's so
Stooges
fucking
routine.
funny.
For a good 20 seconds there, her life was a Buster Keaton movie. There's a sequence of events that happens here that felt very funny to me because it was such, like, Dora the Explorer level lateral thinking of just, like, there's a square-shaped indent in the paint here, and you're literally putting a square box in a square hole. And as soon as you figure this out, Adrian's like, wow, I can't believe you solved my complex puzzle that I've used to obfuscate the truth from you. Wow, she moved a thing... Like, okay, the first thing that bothers me is the fact that the statue... So, the golden statue, the main thing that you're here for is to talk about the golden statue being in a different place, like, aside from the urn stuff. The golden statue that was down here is now in a different place than it was on the first night you came down. And Adrian had the golden statue in that place to cover up the paint, which is really stupid, because A, the statue was on a portable trolley that meant there was a large gap underneath. B, there's no way that a statue of that level of complexity is perfectly covering up a messy splotch of paint. And C, that paint is so bright pink that you could see it with the lights off. There is no way it was not noticeable that the paint was there. But yeah, the statue's moved, and you put the square box in the square hole, and Adrian's like, wow, you're so talented, Phoenix, right? I'm so glad you solved all my trauma.
As Devin said, it's a grim progression.
It is a grim progression.
Yeah.
It's a grim progression.
Also, when she, like, cracks and admits to it, they play the very, very sad music from 2-4, which it's
Jesus
mostly when she's
Christ.
talking about, like, her extremely poor mental health, and it's not,
Really, really fucked.
it's too much. They needed to dial that one back a little bit.
I really appreciate that you guys are better at remembering when, like, previous music things played, because it is a really interesting thing to hear about how they're reusing that stuff, and I'm like, oh my... Yeah, like, I was reading Jay's notes, and you mentioned that, and I was just like, ow, that's bad.
Also, this is just such an offhand thing, but Adrian is like, I'll fix that sword that you'll never know it was broken in the first place. And like, after seeing what she did with the pot, I believe her. She's gonna fucking fix that sword. Maybe she can get into like no, she broke it. I take everything back. She can break things and then perfectly restore
Considering
them.
the sword dented, like, that much just on impact with someone's head, supposedly, it probably wouldn't be that difficult to bend back into shape, let's be real.
Now we're on trial day 2, right?
Yeah.
So, alongside our trial with Ron happening, Luke Atmy's trial is happening at the same time in the next, like, courtroom over.
I was thinking
They
about
don't
this
fuck
a lot.
about. That guy's going to jail so fast.
Like, how big is this courtroom? We know that there's at least 6 or 5 different courtrooms where trials can take place. And are they just all, like, on full blast simultaneously? And that got me thinking, is this just, like, a recreational activity that people do in their free time in this universe? It's just, like, go hang out at court and it's like watching a movie to them? That's sick.
I mean, it's the trial of the
sick.
century. It's mask to mask.
This guy has been famous for 5 months.
You know how it is.
Who
the trends.
give a shit?
What we've learned about this world is that people love sensation in this universe.
That is true.
People are fucking obsessed with it.
How many of the people that we've been in trial with have been, like, celebrities of some description? Many,
A lot.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When asked if he's ready or prepared or whatever, Godo says preparation is the last refuge for the weak.
Cool.
What did he mean by this?
Fuck
What
off.
do you mean by this? Then he also says, in his summary events, he says, Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. And this was also...
Oh my god, sorry, these are... Horror.
Are you okay, dude?
No, they're all just Time.is quotes and I'm screaming. That is his character. He's unknown.
If I went on time.is and the quote was verbatim, Ron Delight is simply too young to be
Not
sent
that
to
one.
war.
Not that one. to
Look,
be
it's
fair.
not the worst one they've ever
Preparation's
had.
the last refuge of the week.
Yeah.
No, they've had worse.
Yeah.
From worse guys.
As long as it's not to do with phrenology, I think they're on a winning streak.
That's true.
Godo reveals that he had 17... he reveals that 17 coffees is the most he's had during a trial, and I'm like, well, first of all, that's insane. And then I realized, hold on, this guy's only had 1 trial. My count was off by 7?
There is a very important conversation that happens between Godot and Ron here, where Godot basically says, "Just do as Daddy says, and I'll get you the sentence that you want." And Kitten, just do everything Daddy tells you. And he literally just says yes, and like my entire head exploded.
Oh my fucking god, the subbiest man on earth. I
So
love him.
good. I need to find what the exact text was. I just got it. I'm gonna be the first person to find it.
I already found it. I'm just...
Fuck.
This is your radio chief.
The weak get washed by the tides of fate, and strong drink it up.
God, he actually does call him a kitten, huh?
And that's what I'm saying,
No, we're in court.
sir. You cannot
No,
be talking to this
I
man like that.
specifically didn't call him that.
Okay, so it's a combination of 2 things that happen. So Godot introduces Ron Delight by giving an explanation of the series of events, and he ends with the line, "And that's when our lost little kitten dropped the ball. That lost little kitten is, of course, the defendant." And when Ron gets to the stand, when Ron gets to the stand, Godot says, "You did it, didn't you?" And then without a millisecond of pause, Ron just says, "Yes."
There's some fucking dynamics at play here, huh?
Such a fucking power move. Oh my god. And you're telling me that no one ships these 2 people?
There's only 10 fanfics. That's so fucking annoying. That's so wrong.
He would do anything for him.
God.
So good.
I can't wait for the throuple. It's gonna be great.
You know Desiree would be into it.
100%.
Absolutely.
This is why I'm excited. Everyone's happy. Everything's good. Moving swiftly on from the ship of all time. Yeah, so Ron immediately says, "Yeah, I did it. Oh, wait, no, I didn't."
Oops, haha.
And then, wait, we find out that Ron got fired because he stole data?
He would do numbers in 2025. That's not even like a crime anymore.
No. It's now a hustle.
Oh, God.
And he just really wants to make some money so he can give his wife money. And then, I don't know how we get onto anything else that happens.
He says that he was wearing his disguise.
Wait, no, there's one other thing. So the thing is that he's talking about the blackmail, and he says he's not worried about the blackmail, and you say, actually, you would be worried about the blackmail because you don't want your wife to find out that you do crime because she hates crime. To which Godot says, it was all your wife's fault. Which I think is a really, really strange thing to say, but I know it's just him trying to drive a wedge between Ron and Des so that they break up.
What a mean man.
And then Phoenix says the line, I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. This is the horniest Ace Attorney case there's ever been.
That's so true.
Also, that was wicked not 20 minutes. That was like 3.
There's a bit, I don't have very detailed notes of this. There is like a rally between Phoenix and Godot where they hit each other with objections like 6 or 7 times in a row.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like, we're really fighting.
I noticed in this point that Godot's objection noise sounds so much higher res than Phoenix's does, because his is the same one from the first game.
Oh, there's a bit where Phoenix is like, oh, remember when Mia cross-examined me?
I should trust my client. Like
I
was
was so
trustworthy.
We finally managed to wedge in a good reason for why the first case happened in this game.
It's pretty tenuous. Sequence of events is that Ron went into this office and immediately got beaten over the head and knocked unconscious. He says sentences like, if I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. And it annoyed me because literally no one has ever spoken like that in the world without establishing what the context for saying that in isolation was previously in the sentence. I don't know, because I see that happen a lot in this game, and it just gets under my skin every single time. Like, you know what we're gonna ask next if we press that. Just say what the thing was. But yeah, so he's talking about, like, because he was wearing his costume, and this is where we find out that he was wearing his costume because it wasn't mentioned before, and the fact that he was wearing his costume is very important. Why is it very important? I don't remember.
Well, pretty soon after
Saved his
this...
life.
Well, yeah, first it saved his life. And secondly, pretty soon after this, Phoenix insists we go and grab Luke Atme from his trial and drag him over here. And then later on...
There's a lot going on here.
Well, yeah.
First of all, I just picked up on what the context of there being another trial on at the same time meant, which is it means that there's another judge at this courthouse presiding over the trials. And I was like, it would be crazy if we had only had the same judge every time. Maybe just every judge here looks like that.
Here's the thing, Hera. Every judge looks like that. Just very, very slightly different.
There is another judge, and we do see him, and he looks younger. He's got blonde hair. He has actual hair on his head. Not much of it, mind, but does have some.
I need to point out, it is so obviously the exact same sprite, just edited very, very slightly.
No, that's a totally different man.
What? No, this is Juge.
This is Jude. She's from Canada.
He's from Canada.
What? He doesn't have a mustache either.
He doesn't have the mustache, but it's literally the same sprite and same facial animations. Like that face he makes when he's shocked, the really funny face he makes because it looks really funny when the judge doesn't have facial hair. That's literally the exact same facial expression as the judge makes when he's shocked.
Totally different guys.
Totally different guys.
There's another guy in this room, by the way. It's
that?
Winston Payne.
Oh, it's our favorite guy, Winston Payne.
Oh,
One for his KD ratio, baby. He is crushing this trial.
Yeah, except Phoenix Wright shows up and ruins it for him again.
So funny. He can never win.
Can't catch a fucking break.
It's so funny. And we do not see who the defense attorney is. Does not matter.
It would be
There's
real.
no
Could you
worse.
imagine if they went back and edited this game and it was Apollo Justice?
There was like a sprite swap of Phoenix Wright standing there.
He's wearing purple.
The palette swap.
We take a very tiny break just to tell Des that we have no fucking clue what we're doing, and then we go back.
Phoenix loves to do this.
Phoenix does this in literally every recess.
There's a point where if you fuck up giving evidence, Godot gets a new coffee like every time you do that, so you can... Also, I think you only get punished the first time you fuck it up, and then you can just do it again and again and again. So Godot can have infinite copies in this case.
He's a thirsty boy.
Little gamer tip from me to you.
the Godot
Give it to him.
infinite
Kill
coffee
this
glitch.
guy with caffeine overdose.
If you have 255 coffees, there's a buffer overflow that happens, and the sprite flips out. You get Evil Godo.
Evil Godot, he puts his hand out to receive a coffee and the mug is empty and he loses his mind.
Sad.
So this part of Luke's testimony, because we brought Luke in from his trial to be like, hey, it's you who did it. We get to have the option of pinning him as an accomplice. And as you know, I've been really hoping that it would be Adrian. But, like, thinking about it laterally, there is no way it's going to let me do anything right now because there is no substantial evidence to pin anyone else as his accomplice unless it was, like, Ron, because he's the only other person who's been relevant to the case. However, it would also be really funny and easy to pin Larry. Like, really
That's so
easy to do.
true.
So I think it would be really funny if we just did that.
We should have.
Also, during this entire conversation, Luke has gone from being like, I'm the world's greatest detective, I'm literally infallible, no one has ever been able to do detective better than me. And now he's just being like, oh yeah, I'm evil as hell. I'm the most evil guy to ever live. No one's ever been more evil than I have been. I'm the greatest criminal mastermind the world has ever known. And I just think that's really, really funny.
Sometimes you gotta be the best, but also a multi-hyphenate.
There's a really annoying contradiction in here where you have to prove that the blackmail letter was written to Luke because it says in the letter that they want a red diamond returned. And the contradiction that the game wants is that they want you to share the newspaper clipping of the first heist, which doesn't really make narrative sense to me because the blackmail letter is for a meeting at literally 1 a.m. and this heist happened 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And also the red diamond is literally on the hand of the guy in the witness stand.
The reason I got this one is because I knew that the contradiction was going to be to do, like, we only know about 2 gems, one of them is blue and one of them is red. And the only one that we know was stolen by Master Mask is the blue one. So obviously the contradiction is going to be that the blackmail note says that the gem is red. Because no one at any point had mentioned a red gem being stolen until now.
Yeah, it was just a little contrived. They've definitely had, like, other points of this case where you could select more than one piece of evidence, specifically around the wallet and the key card, I believe. So, like, I don't know. They could have just been niceys to me.
They really could have been.
That's pretty much all I have to say about this. And then you run out of steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
You go through a bunch of points about how Luke took the photograph of Master Mask leaving the warehouse, like, ages ago before the actual occurrence of the crime to use as an alibi. And then you managed to point out that it was framed because the statue had been moved between now and then. And then Godot says something about how world travel is on a road of infinite points.
They put that one on time.is, I think.
Yeah, that is true. People start saying a bunch of mean shit about Maya's box that she made again.
So unnecessary. And then Phoenix dunks on Adrian for not being able to carry a box or something.
Yeah. There was actually, I actually fucked up here, but in a way that meant I did it right. So, can't remember what the context of this was, but at this point you're supposed to pick the card, Master Mask card. I picked that because I was looking for, like, they were talking about why you would steal this urn. And I was like, well, it doesn't make sense for him to have stolen it because it's, like, not valuable. And I was like, do we still have anything that actually mentions the price of the urn? And the only thing I could think of was the calling card, calling the urn priceless. And I picked that, and then they just ended up talking about the paint on the urn instead, because it mentions that the urn is speckled or whatever.
What it actually was that Luke claimed that he had never seen the urn, and the clue on the note was that he said it was speckled with paint, whatever. So that's where the contradiction was. That he'd obviously seen it because he's seen the paint in that.
I do get the sense of this case that, like, honestly, the evidence and the crimes are the least important.
Yeah, for real.
What is most important is all of the characters just existing.
They are very good characters in this one.
Like, at no point did I present evidence and think, like, oh, that's really satisfying. Not that it was well, no, there was definitely some where I was like, that's stupid. But it just didn't matter, because there's so much other good writing in there that it was just like, this is the vehicle through which I get to access more character dialogue. And that's when I discovered it was a visual novel all along.
Yeah. But we do get stuck at some point.
Yeah, Phoenix does the head and hands
Yeah.
thing. We've kind of run out
It's
of
all over.
stuff.
If only there was a secret ghost.
We don't have a way to prove that
It's a
Luke
bus.
was at the security company.
Yeah, there isn't
Yeah.
anything specifically pinning
Yeah.
in the place.
And because we can't fight for ourselves anymore.
Yeah. They say we can't extend it a
This poor
third day
fucking
because
baby.
of Luke's other trial. That means that if he gets acquitted of murder, he can do as much murder as he likes without consequence, which is fucking fine, I guess.
He can't be retried for the same crime.
Yeah,
Not
which is
not
murder.
the same crime in a general sense, but in this specific crime.
The murder of Kane Bullard specifically.
Right, yeah.
The thing about this is the double jeopardy is real, at least in Japan. In the UK, it's a bit less, like, blanket. But also, like, they make such a pain to be like, this also applies to the witness, even though you can't
Yeah,
be a
this
witness and be
applies
declared
to
innocent
everyone.
of a crime. It makes no fucking sense. It's so funny that they, like, go out of their way to say that, but it's fine.
It only makes sense in the specific world where the witness
Yeah.
is always
Yeah,
the person who actually
exactly.
did it.
Yeah.
It's really fun because obviously the bit about this is that at the end Ron gets away with fucking everything because he can't be trying to master
Oh my
again.
God.
It's fun. I don't care how
It's fun,
stupid it
yeah.
is.
The best thing.
It's fun, it's cute, it's stupid. Then the most predictable thing in the world happens is Phoenix feels backed into a corner. He puts his head in his hand, and I literally said before anything else happened, I said, "Lift your head up, King. It's time for a boobs jump scare." And bada bing, bada boobs. Mia appears right next to us to give us all of the help we've ever needed because Phoenix is completely incapable of solving a case entirely on his own.
I know
Groaned
Ro and
out loud when
Hera.
this happened.
I know
Yeah.
Ro and Hera are gonna be mad about this, but I'm sorry. I think it's so fucking funny that Phoenix can't do a single goddamn thing by himself.
Maybe the theme of this is actually
This
codependency.
man is incompetent.
Perhaps some are saying this.
I wrote down, "Hi Mia, I know there's going to be some contrived bullshit when you show
It's
up."
also made me laugh. And
The first thing I noticed
There
about
was.
this is that Mia makes a point and Godot has a reaction that kind of makes it seem like he knows who Mia is. Like he's kind of surprised by seeing her there. And not just because she's a ghost of a dead woman who appeared in the body of an 18-year-old girl who then grew like 3 feet. Because literally no one else has ever reacted to Mia being there. But it just made me think a little. And then the contrived bullshit is that we get to examine Luke's final testimony. It's not necessarily a testimony, it's more just him making his final statement as to why he could never
He-
be...
babbled on because he
Yeah.
doesn't understand the concept of shut the fuck up Friday like so many people.
Yeah, he babbled on, and then Mia's like, hey, we should cross-examine that statement that he just made. And then the judge and Godot are both like, hey, that's okay, but you can only do it once, and you can't present evidence, and you can't present profiles. You just have to press on a specific part of this babbling nonsense, and it has to be right, or you're gonna die, Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you really do die. I actually lost the game at this point because I pressed the wrong thing by accident. And I was like, damn, I've not
Goddamn.
seen that clip in like 10 years, so that was fucked
Rest
up.
in peace, Phoenix.
Rip.
Well, I picked the right option for the wrong reason. It's that Luke is like, hey, he was wearing his mask disguise, which he shouldn't. The real reason is that he shouldn't know that because that only came to light during this trial right now, and he was in the other room. My reason was that why is he saying that he was wearing the mask disguise if his whole like reason for being here is that he wants to be Mask the Mask?
Yeah.
His whole alibi is that he is Master Mask, and he's like, well, I was beating up Master Mask. That's why. That's why it couldn't have been me. I'm sorry, bro. You just fucked up.
You did fucked up.
You're going to double jail.
And then you finally get the opportunity to finally reveal who the mysterious shadow that bludgeoned Ron Delight over the head was that we've all been wondering about this entire time. And it turns out it was Desiree Delight.
I wish.
Fuck
And
yeah.
it was Adrian Andrews.
She's running away with Adrian. Hell yeah, they're running away together to meet Thelma and Louise.
Please. Ron will have Godot to confirm, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my
Literally,
god.
oh my god, you literally just made me think about that fucking picture of I think my boyfriend loves my dad more than me. Anyway, it was Luke. It was Luke.
It was
It was
Luke.
Luke. And Ron is still like, I'm fucking Master Mask, but none of you losers can do anything about it because double jeopardy, lol.
This is also the bit
fucking
where
great.
there's like a jet engine taking off right before Luke breaks down in literally the exact same way he did in the previous trial.
it's his anticipation. He's so excited
He
to
loves
break this
doing
out
this
again.
bit. It's so good. Oh man.
There is a moment earlier, actually, which I felt was like a little underplayed, where Luke's whole thing is like, he's this fucking amazing detective and or thief. And then it kind of turns out that he was blackmailing Ron for like, he was doing most of the blackmailing. And then everyone in the kind of crowd, in the audience, in the gallery is like, oh, he's not a clever man, he's just a blackmailer. And it seems to be like hinting at like, oh no, his perfect like celebrity
His
status
facade
or
has
like
crumbled.
genius status has been undermined. But then it's not really addressed again. And it's just kind of like, oh, okay, that's over with now. And he's gone back to being a clown, I guess.
Yeah.
Strange.
See him at the
I'm
big top.
personally obsessed with the concept that Kane Bullard like just happened to find out that Luke Atney
Yeah.
was like blackmailing Ron and was like, I've got to get in on this.
Yeah, there's a lot of threads in this that aren't really explained.
Yeah.
Well, it is explained. It's that he fucking loves blackmailing people.
Yeah,
It's his,
yeah,
like,
yeah, but
reason
I
to tear.
mean, like, A, why kill that guy? B, why... It's still not really explained why the urn was the target for stealing. Those are my two main things. Mainly the urn one still bothers me, because they make a lot of hay about, like, how, oh, it's weird that he stole this, even though it was actually, like, not really worth anything, even though there was a solid gold statue as part of this exhibit. And that makes me think there's something else about this case that has to link back to Morgan. And it bothers me that in the last, like, third of this case, Morgan isn't brought up at all.
I think it's more just like, well, first of all, he killed that guy because he was about to get rumbled, and I don't know why he stole the urn.
That's
'cause he's
what
an
I'm saying.
idiot.
It's like, I feel it should have meant something more than that.
But I think in a lot of ways, like, the thing is with Luke, he wants people to pay attention to him, and at the point where he's willing to, like, kill somebody and blackmail Ron, well, he's already done that, but, like, I think he's past the point of wanting to make money from it. He just wants to be this incredible thief.
I just blackmail
and
because I
even
love
though
it.
the urn was actually worth nothing, yeah. Like, yeah, it turns out the urn wasn't worth a lot, but kind of that wasn't really established until after the exhibition had been kind of set up anyway. It's just a high status item, even if it's worthless. So I think he was just so carried away by his own...
I also just think,
that-
like, narratively, it just wouldn't have mattered as much
Yeah, obviously.
if it was
there's
just a
that.
statue that went missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would have been really nice if it did link back into some grander thing with Pearl and Morgan, but I imagine we'll get there at some point because of Chekhov's many guns that he has left on the table for us.
But they're setting up some more stuff in the post-trial.
Yes,
that.
but I want to talk for a second about the parallels between Ron and Luke, just to do with... So the running theme is that both of the people that have been suspected of being murderers have been put in this situation because they are both extremely desperate for attention. And while they're going about it in different ways, it's just really interesting to think that this entire thing was brought about by people who just want to be perceived in a certain way, linking back into the whole talk about masks. And also like to do with love and like how that's processed by them. It's just this idea that they want to be adored without actually like almost like cheating it in a kind of way.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. It's something to think about because I feel like even though the trial is over, Ron is still gonna be like that, you know?
That's probably fine.
I guess there's something about, like, being adored, but not being honest about the things that you're doing to be adored
Yeah.
for, I guess.
Like it sounds so fucking Phoenix trite, but be yourself and you will be loved. Become a structural facade of who you want to be, and all of that love will crumble as soon as your true self is revealed.
God, that will be my favourite Time.is quote ever. Jesus fucking Christ. So good.
I mean, it's in his name. Look at me, because I see the thing that I have made myself into. See the person I have made myself become for your adoration. I am the perfect detective. I am the perfect criminal. And then you look a little closer. You stare at him with that magnifying glass, and he is none of those things.
He's just a blackmailer.
He's a blackmailer.
That's all he does.
I haven't mentioned I really like the animation where he takes the monocle off and like looks at
I
you
fucking
with
hate
a
it.
big fucking eye.
I hate it. I hate seeing his eyeball veins.
It's really
Stop
good.
staring at me with them big old eyes.
So while we're talking animations, I really like the animation where Godo slams the coffee cup down.
Yeah, and it like shoots
see
up like
the
a
full,
like a geyser. It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, post trial.
Post-trial.
Post-trial.
I think it's really funny. Like Godo did this like really fun gambit, and he came away from it with a 0-2 record.
Oopsies.
so-called best prosecutor in the country.
I can't deny, throughout both of those trials, the entire time, I was like, man, Godot is like a genuine threat.
He's definitely like a very effective prosecutor, but I did kind of fumble this one.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He didn't know he was going against the main character in a video game.
Tragic.
They never do,
Well,
unfortunately.
now they're gonna have to put him down. So
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they gotta roll the next one out for the next game.
yeah. Well, they got to bring back all the other prosecutors.
At the end of the trial, Mia talks to you and says, "Hey, Phoenix, just so you know, the reason you haven't been seeing much of me is because Maya doesn't like me anymore. Sorry."
I don't think that's what she says.
She does say that, and then she says she's kidding, but she does say that.
Well, it's fine, because Phoenix still has her in, like, Force Ghost form, so...
Yeah, he can still get, like, flashes of Mia Fey.
Oh, there was one line earlier where Maya says to Mia that Mia still is alive in Phoenix's heart, which doesn't make any
Corny
fucking
as hell.
sense. Can he just channel people
It
now?
plays across 2 text boxes, so she says, I guess my sister's still alive. And Phoenix is like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, I know she's like, that's the joke that she's making, but it's very odd.
Yeah, but we get that Maya seems to be neglecting her training. We've been getting hints at this throughout the case as well. There's a point where Maya is like, oh, I should go to one of the Korean dojos, but I don't know. So it seems like she's not really feeling it.
No, not at the moment. But I think, again, this is another Chekhov's gun as to how one of the more significant cases of this game is going to loop back into everything. Ron is sad because he feels like now that he's been ousted as a criminal, Desiree doesn't want to be married to him anymore because she hates criminals. And then he says something about a broken bowl can never be mended. Which, to be honest, a lot of the times we've had these things at the end of these cases and I haven't been able to figure out what they're talking about because it's usually like point out a specific thing that was relevant to the case that was really important. And this time it's just like point at the thing that most resembles a broken bowl.
Yeah, this one is very contrived, and also Phoenix is like, look at this shitty
Yeah,
urn.
look at this shitty
It can
urn
be put
covered
back
in paint.
together. And I'm like, I like, no.
Bad
Like,
job,
that
Phoenix.
urn's fucked, my dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Pearl is here, by the
Pearl
way.
is back, by the way, yeah.
Pearl's here. And how could Phoenix be fucking blushing? Better knock him
Yeah,
out.
like 1,000 slap attack from this tiny child.
Ugh.
And then we get so Phoenix kills Pearl, and then we get like a really, really nice art of Maya and Pearl looking at the new urn, the new gross, nasty urn, just like smiling gleefully at their treasure that has been restored. It's very cute. And that's the end of the case. I need to talk about how Ron is literally Shinji from Evangelion some more.
No! My brain, leave my baby girl alone!
Imagine being someone who is so desperate to prove themselves that you would, like, do something so reckless and dangerous to be loved. And imagine the sort of, like, psychosexual ennui that it puts you through when you believe that, like, that thing is going to be the thing that, like, destroys your relationships with other people. And now think about being a secret thief, and then think about being a secret super mega mech pilot.
I'm thinking about them.
Think about these things.
I choose not to.
You can plug your ears and go la 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 as loud as you want, Devin. You can't hide from the truth. There is no denying that if this guy was voice acted in real life, it would be the same voice actor as Shinji.
I literally hate this. Why would you ruin my life?
Smiles.
I hate everything.
Well, I'm sure we'll never meet another Shinji in this video game.
Jesus fucking Christ. Don't do this to me.
I did see the splash art for the next case.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oops.
So Maya's in a maid costume, which is concerning. But one thing that did immediately get me very... Okay, the reason it's concerning isn't because she's in a maid costume, Hera, it's because this game is full of perverts. And you know that's why that's concerning.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like more of a just generic, like, waitress.
It's a
outfit
waitress
to me.
costume with a little French flair, let's be real. But the thing that had me more intrigued was the guy in the top right with a Dragon Ball Z power level scouter.
Yeah.
Probably not, though.
Probably not. Now I'm thinking about Godot and what his visor's been doing. And, what that guy might be needing a scouter for. Is there a power ranking system on prosecutors and attorneys?
Almost certainly.
Yeah. Also, I did point out I can't remember when, but forever ago, you guys were like asking predictions for cases, and one of the things I said, one of these has got to be involving a chef, and this next case is called
I
Recipe.
do genuinely remember this.
This next case is called Recipe for a Turnabout, so I'm very excited. I'm very looking forward to the next one.
Ready to cook?
Oh, I wanted to talk about, I'm imagining, like, Godot has his own, like, courtroom assistant, and it's a barista.
Very cute idea.
Little, like,
I
portable
love that when I saw
setup.
it in your notes.
Very important.
I'm just
So
thinking of
fucking
that
great.
butler from that Maid War anime that pours the entire cup of tea down her pants.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That's the only thing of it I've seen is like this stupid incompetent butler girl that is supposed to do a salute while she's holding a cup of tea, and to get rid of the cup of tea she pours the entire thing down her pants.
What if it was the Gatewater butler?
What if it was the Gatewater
Oh my
butler?
God.
No, he's too busy running a theme park.
Yeah.
Should we rate this one?
Do you think he got a promotion?
No.
Or do you think he's still working across the street?
He's already like the king of hotels or whatever. He's already the hotel king.
Well, wait, he was delivering...
What do they call Goro
He
Majima?
Edgeworth.
won the Hotel Grand Prix.
What do they call Goro Majima in Yakuza 0? The king of the night or whatever?
The Nightmare?
The nightmare. No, he's called like the king of the night or something. Yeah, that's that guy.
I don't know.
We gotta rate this one, gang.
Anyway, this one's a green for me. I like this one a lot. I feel like I've gotten that across.
I feel like this was the most fun that I had with this one. I think it stands up to playing when you're older and you can think about the characters and how they may or may not be Shinji Ikari, etc., you know?
Smiles.
You make me cry.
Smiles so big and so wide, and you can see all of my
I'm
teeth.
sorry, Devin.
It's fine. It's fine. I rate this Smokin' Six style. This was an absolute fucking blast.
Fuck yeah.
I had the best time. And the things with the case that like were a bit meh, I don't fucking care. This was great.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely immaculate from start to finish.
This is the most fun you can have in a Phoenix Wright game without Edgeworth involved.
Wow.
Oh, that's a fucking great
Yeah,
review.
this case was genuinely like one of the best ones we've had so far, I think. I had a fantastic time start to finish with this one. This to me was a 6:30 on a Friday afternoon.
Hell yeah.
This
Great.
is my schedule is cleared. I don't have anything to worry about. I can just ease out of the workday and enjoy a Phoenix Wright case that I can play, because this is a long one as well. I can just chug my way through this. Well, it's a long one in terms of cases we've done a podcast of in one sitting instead of splitting into two parts at the very least. I can just ease through this and do it all in one sitting and just have a fantastic time the whole way through. So that's my review. Is 6:30 on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to fully commit to this, but this might be my favorite case so far.
Whoa.
It's definitely up there for sure. I don't know. I'd have to replay every single case again to make an accurate evaluation.
All right, well, you can do that before next week, right?
No.
Oh.
All right, just play the next case, which is approximately the same length, so I'm not splitting this one either.
Yay. Consistency.
Hopefully there's less to be insane about for podcasting reasons. But maybe hopefully there's the same amount of stuff to be insane about. I don't want to be more. I don't want to go more than this.
We are
This is about
we are almost at 5
I'll
hours.
die.
It's getting scary out here.
Let's get out of
I
here.
reckon an hour and a half of that was talking about buses.
It's true. There's much to come from this one.
No, none of that. None of the stuff about buses can be got.
you gotta beep the word
There was
buses
a
every time it
dinosaur
comes up.
there was like the doxing section. There's been so many things.
I gotta cut out all the parts where everyone tried desperately to dox themselves.
Get into public transport, Shinji.